Well, hello, hello. Set up. What's up, tubers? How's everything in Tuberland? All right, test complete. All right, let's get into it. I'm trying to figure out where the Yargle challenge is. Where did it go? Achievements. I see it right here. Yargle Day. Achievement set ends in 8 days. So do I have to just make a Yargle deck? Is that what I gotta do? Control a creature with exactly 9 total power at the beginning of your end step. Class of 9/3. Deal 93 combat damage to an opponent with Yargle over any number of games. A Frog of Culture. Play 20 games in which your deck contains 25 non-land cards from the menu. So I got a Death by Vanilla. Win a game in which the only creature spells you cast have no abilities. Eat the world. What's this thing doing? With Yargle as your commander, win a game in which there are no land cards remaining in your library. I wonder how one would do that. Do I care about this? Bargler. Huh. I don't know if I care. Let's go. So I've got attack with 30 creatures, cast 20 creature spells. And what do we got going on here? Find a match. Let's go alchemy ranked. That's standard alchemy ranked. Try this one, just for shiggles. Actually, no, I don't think I like the way that this deck was. If I remember it correctly. Hey, Karma, how you doing? Guten Tag, yes. Hope you're doing well. Gonna play a little bit, then we're gonna start watching a couple videos. Got some videos picked out. Should be interesting. Hope your day is going well. Hey, good to see you, Rats to the Moon. Hope you're doing well. Is your travel complete? So I do have some interesting updates. We're going to be doing a show in regards to Izzy and Mig on Friday night. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be going over Joshua M. Ferguson's documents, his charging documents and stuff. Tired, but wow, it was a pretty good trip. Awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very, very happy to hear that. Yep. If I were to tell you that Izzy Imig, was committed, would you believe me? Except I didn't get to see Kentucky Friends. Yeah. Oh yeah, she got committed. Whether she was voluntarily committed or involuntarily committed remains to be seen. But yeah. So I have this uncanny knack of being able to figure people out pretty quickly, it would seem. And I think I've gotten to the bottom of the Scooby-Doo mystery of that's exactly why so many people dislike me. I think that's exactly why so many people dislike me. It's because I get to the bottom of the Scooby-Doo mystery. What's up, Sephiroth? Hi, good to see you. I haven't missed you at all. Stop the cat. That is, dare I say, crazy. Yeah, so I believe there's a dissolution of marriage. I don't want to give too much away. I want to say put a little bit of meat on the bone, so to speak, for us to chew on Friday. Would you ever notice that there's a lot of skeletons in a lot of these people's closets? Awful lot of skeletons, awful lot of closets, my friends. Awful lot of skeletons and an awful lot of closets. Yep. So yeah, if you want to be a guest on that show, it'd be nice to have a female up on my panel once in a while. Otherwise, people are going to start thinking like I'm misogynistic or something. But I know you had some very strong opinions about Izzy. That's why they were allowed to be in power, easier to control. Yeah, quite possible, Seth. But the funny thing is, apparently Mel Pandora is still coming into my channel on occasion. Because she got a... What's up, Killa? It's Karm. Banner! Exactly. It's almost like he didn't know who he was really married. Who he really married to, though. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of skeletons, my cousin is already decorating for Halloween with skeletons everywhere. Yeah, we passed a house that's got like giant, like really tall suck it, Killa. Really tall skeletons and all kinds of interesting things running around. What do we got here? I think I gotta do this, don't I? Yeah, pretty sure. Let's tick off my opponent quite a bit. Yeah, good old Izzy Imig. Apparently she's got a protection order. She's not allowed to go back to her house, the house that she resided in. She has to have supervised visitation, like somebody we know. Good old Tiffy. In some instances, it seems like Tiffany needs to have, maybe, allegedly in Minecraft, Oh, it is all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's all kinds of stuff. I mean, it might not be like a whole show about it. We might break it up and do some other fun stuff. But I don't want to give away too much, guys. I don't want to give away too much. Let's distract ourselves with some other things here. What do you say? Let's do that.
Back again with another video. I am coming to you live outside the Danielson Superior Court. Former Sergeant Brian Fahey was arraigned.
That was funny as hell after the show. Oh yeah. There's all kinds of fun stuff coming out. There's gonna be all kinds of fun stuff coming out, my friends. All kinds of fun stuff coming our way. You misogynistic? Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I don't want to be accused of that. Crap, wrong button. Hey, what's up, King Pluto? Good to see you. Very good to see you. Misogynistic, yeah. Yeah. So I guess Long Island. I was talking to somebody on the phone recently about good old LIA. He's really milking this Brian Fahey thing for all it's worth. I still don't know 100% how I feel about LIA. Still kind of up in the air about him.
On the criminal charge of disorderly conduct, a Class C misdemeanor.
Effing forget it. You knew what I said. Yes, exactly. No, but I think it's interesting that I have these people figured out. And I was talking to somebody on the phone like just this afternoon, and we were talking, and I was like, it's funny how they accuse me of, only wanting to focus on my service or something like that, and all this stuff, right? As if like I'm running around, everything about me is my service. Well, I mean, there are some things about me that are my service for sure. But you got Master Sergeant Retired. His whole channel name is about his military service, right? Then you have Stoned Vet. So everything you need to know about him, he's a vet, but he's also an absolute degenerate. And then you got Meth Mouth Jeff, who claims that I'm getting my boat whooped pretty good here. Yeah, I guess we'll go here. Yeah, I'm dead. Who claims that he hates the military and everything else, but yet wants to drag out his medals or whatever, his little paperwork about his honors. They're all about their service. G2, that's G2. It's military intelligence at a higher level, right? Not the S2, but G2. So he's all about his military service, right? Who else? Oh, the Wally guy. Well, he was all about his service. Still claiming that he's some kind of super secret squirrel who can access like databases and stuff and has friends in high places or low places, depending on how you look at it. Claims that he can hack into people's computers and stuff. Maybe he can. Maybe somebody needs to take a look at that idiot, otherwise known as Saratoga, whatever. I'm pretty sure that that's the Wally guy. Just another beta gamma orbiter. Spam risks, dang it. Just another gamma beta orbiter, as you do when you're a subversive. Let's see. I think someone who makes the money he brags about shouldn't be asking people to fund his bail and lawyers. Just my opinion. Now, who is that in particular you're talking about there, Carm? Well, I don't know if I'm familiar with that particular lore. I couldn't give two F's at the military from the day I got out. Right. I mean, I like the people. And I like that I serve something besides myself. Oh, you're talking about LIA. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. But it is interesting, right? It is interesting to me that all these people that accuse me of things, and I was having this conversation with this person, and they pointed out, it seems like their whole lives were the military. Everything about them is the military. And I'm not crapping on them for it. I'm not. I mean, if they want to be proud of their service, they have a right to be. If they want to brag on their service, okay, that's okay. They can do that. It's not against the law, right? But then to accuse me of something that they themselves are doing. It's such a weird flex, man. It's like it's just strange, dude. It's a lot of projection, I guess is the right word, right? Maybe that's the right thing to say, the right thing to call it. It's a lot of projection. So, but anyway, it never really occurred to me to crap on anyone because of their military service. It really never occurred to me to even, like, unless somebody's blatantly, obviously, like, got a jacked up uniform and well out of regs, just, just obviously clear cut, but if they're dealing with mental issues at the same time, you kind of maybe leave them alone a little bit, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what the right words to say about these situations are. The whole thing just feels kind of gross to me, it feels, I don't know, it feels performative in a lot of ways. I can't kind of I can't stop wrapping my head around the fact that I guess I just can't stop wrapping my head around the fact that there's all the interactions that I've had with veterans, except for one during COVID. Here recently, there was one guy during COVID that was just a fucking lunatic. Probably some rabid CNN watcher. All my interactions with fellow veterans have been just fantastic. People on post, fantastic customer service. Like, everything about it has been fine. Everything's been great. And it's like, it's so weird to have veterans attack other veterans. It's so off. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's so out of character. Can't quite put my finger on it. It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, just things I'm noticing. Just things I'm noticing.
They're carrying up to 90 days in the county jail. Right behind me and right in front of the courthouse here. The courthouse is right here, the Danielson Superior Court here in the state of Connecticut. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So right here behind
one of your biggest fans.
A big supporter over here. So right here behind us is the billboard truck showing Brian Fahey, what he did to me, spit in my face and my mouth, how he was arrested, charged with disorderly conduct.
But let's be fair. Let's be fair about the whole LIA thing, right? Let's be genuinely fair about this. How many of you guys would be absolutely stoked if a bunch of us pitched in and got like a giant truck like that, and we're showing like loops of like Chris Ryder saying disgusting things, and we're putting it anywhere Chris Ryder would be hanging out? You guys cannot tell me that you wouldn't be over the moon stoked, right? Yeah, Fahey got arrested. Yeah, you've been out of the loop big time. Yeah, he got arrested. You wouldn't be you can't tell me you guys wouldn't be over the moon stoked that Chris Ryder was being dogged on like you can't tell me you wouldn't be happy that somebody was doing stuff like this to Chris Ryder. Oh, dang it. I should have done that. Son of a biscuit. Because I know that I think it would be absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Fahey got arrested. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I'd be totally stoked if somebody was giving it to him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I probably said some pretty damn embarrassing things too. But it is what it is.
Conduct has some audio to it. I'll show it.
I guess this is what happens when online gets real, right? This is kind of low key what happens when you take some online beef and you go real world with it.
Share that with you at the end. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Stay
careful.
Tuned to this live stream. Can everybody see and hear me okay?
I hate. Well, it's not canceling as much as it is making people aware of the kind of person that they're dealing with. In my opinion, I don't know that I wouldn't necessarily say that it is canceling. I say it's just kind of making people aware of, I don't know.
Me okay. Also, So we're going to get to the arraignment. I'm very upset today. Very, very upset. Again, we're outside of the courthouse, but I am very upset. I just got out of the courthouse. I was unable to be here for the arraignment of the former sergeant, the former disgraced, unhinged Brian Fahey. Can you give me a minute? I'm live. Thank you. So we are out here. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I'm very upset today, guys. You know, at the end of the day, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button. It's a very upsetting day. I wasn't able to attend his arraignment. The billboard truck has been out here since 7:30 in the morning. They definitely have all seen it through their windows here. The state's attorney, everyone has seen it here. But, you know.
What up, KFAR? Oh, Lord, LIA, I hate him. Well, I want to know what the lore is on that, because it does seem to me like I've heard all kinds of rumors, man. I've heard people say that he actually goes in and causes a bunch of trouble, right? That he goes in and causes a bunch of trouble and then pretends like he's being super nice. I've heard all kinds of weird lore about him. I don't know. He's definitely milking the hell out of this, though.
He was arraigned. He pled not guilty. He snuck into the courthouse and he snuck out of the courthouse. I think we got some shots of him entering.
That's jacked up, dude. That is jacked up, man. Now I understand why he's mad. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Chris Ryder being arraigned and they snuck him in and snuck him out so that way people couldn't actually report on that degenerate piece of shit getting what's coming to him? That would kind of tick me off. Oh, yeah, he's super disingenuous. He walks in, and you can tell he's being fake nice. At the end of the day, he's doing this for the paycheck. Fair enough. Question, y'all. Would it be okay if the retired officer went and did the same thing in front of LIA's house? I don't know. I mean, what would he really have to shame Long Island Audit about, though? Like, I mean, if he went up, knocked on his door, and wanted to interview him as a citizen journalist, and then, I mean, they did go to his fucking house. I mean, come on, hold on. What are we saying here? You don't remember the video of him having to flee into his home because they were rushing him with unmarked police vehicles with their guns drawn, and he had to run into his house? Well, hold on now. Let's be fair here. Let's be objective and fair here. Now, hold on. Because I remember seeing a video where they did come to his house and it seemed almost unofficially in order to try to like rendition his ass or to try to intimidate him. Now, I remember that very specifically. Let me see. Am I lagging? I think I might be lagging. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's working. To me, it would be the same, just minus the spitting. And KFAR says, I mean, police have tried to serve a warrant outside of his house, and his fat ass waddled inside as fast as he could. Well, the fact that they went after him with his guns drawn, I mean, this guy's like literally standing in front of a municipal building right now. How would they have a hard time serving him a warrant? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would shy away from litigation, though, does he? I mean, he's taken arrests before. I don't know, KFAR. I don't know if I'm with you on that one, man. I'd need more information. What's up, G-Swag? But they did go after him at his house. Exactly, Rats. They were serving Sean a warrant with their guns drawn. I mean, you can serve the warrant. No, that would be can you serve it? Certified mail? I guess you can't. No, I need to see that. Yeah, I mean, one of them had his gun drawn. Like, you don't serve a warrant with your, like, in plain clothes, unmarked police cars. That seems a little shady to me, man. I don't know if that's official way to do that, though. Depends on the state. Zero gun drawn. They were serving him a warrant. I could have swore he showed a video of them with his gun drawn, right, walk out next to his POV, acting all shady and sus. I could have swore that's what I saw. Oh, it depends on the charge. Oh, maybe that has to do with when Fahey claims that Sean was threatening his life online. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense if they might have their guns drawn for that purpose. Because if they're going to serve a warrant because this man made life threat or threatened people's lives online, I could see them being more high alert and maybe trying to disguise who they are so that way they could serve him before he walked into his house. But if they show up in marked vehicles, I guess. I don't know, man. That whole thing seemed a little shady to me. I don't know if I'm buying that. I don't know if I'm buying that, my friends. I don't know. But listen, I'm you know what, Kfar? If you can put together some videos for me to react to or something like that, I'd love to. I'm here. I am inviting myself. Here, I'll invite you onto my show. If you can put some videos together, we'll do a show about Long Island audits, and you can bring some evidence and stuff, and come on StreamYards, and I'll bring it up on, and we can review it together and talk about it. And yeah, I'm definitely willing to listen, man. If that's something you want to do, Kfar, I'd love to have you as a guest. Kfar, he is a convicted felon for armed robbery. Interesting. I did not know that. Just because, when was this video? I haven't seen it. This video right now, the one that we're watching, or are you talking about the one where they were trying to bums rush him at his house? I remember seeing that video. That was like, what, Rats, like 7 months ago, 6 months ago? I don't know how long ago that was. I don't know. Time flies. Time has been weird for me. Been very weird for me. That's a good question, actually. I'm not sure exactly how long ago that was. Oh, when it was at his house? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like 5, 6, 7, 8 months ago, like a year ago. Yeah, I'd have to look at it. And because I could have swore, because I remember Sean was showing the camera footage, and he even froze it and circled the gun in the guy's hand. Guy had it drawn at the low ready, and I believe he was near like a blue car, like in Sean's driveway. Hey, Gregory, how you doing? You doing all right today? You feeling good, buddy? You feeling good? Kfar says, yeah, he's along the same lines as Chili to me. I remember he took an arrest for trespassing, started a whole GoFundMe, and basically encouraged his community to call flood the police in court. Kfar says, then I believe he was found guilty and took all of the GoFundMe and went on vacation. Ooh. Well, if you have proof of that, I would love to have you on a show. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with finding out the truth about people. I love finding out the truth about people. You went to Hawaii. You got good taste in vacation spots. You'd be down? All right, sweet, man. Put together some evidence, man. Or put together a few videos. Because, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you don't know about people because they, especially if they have like a catered kind of, not a catered, what's the right word? A curated library of things that they want people to know about them. Right? So you know what I mean? You only get to see what they show you, right? G Swag says the thing with Long Island audit is he was bragging about never backing down and never running from the cops, and then said the same about the warrant, then ran like a bitch when they showed up to serve him the warrant. Well, I mean, the way that they did it was kind of, I don't, the way they did it though, G Swag, if I mean, come on, man. Let's be kind of real on this one, man. The way that they did it though is really sketch, man. Yeah, if a bunch of like unmarked vehicles came peeling up to my house, and dudes in plain clothes came running towards me as I was stepping into my driveway or pulling into my driveway, yeah, I might be a little bit on high alert too. I mean, let's be objective here. Now, if he knew it and he was trying to claim he didn't know what it was during the middle of the day when he knew he was at work and he got upset when the entire police department showed up, how can you trust their cut up and edited video? LAA is just like Christopher with the editing and makes himself look better. Yeah, quite possible, right? Felony warrants for violent offense. He's lucky it wasn't SWAT. G Swag says he knew they were cops and he knew they were looking for him. Interesting. Yeah, see, I'm not hiding, man. You know, I'm not hiding. But I definitely would be very interesting to have somebody showing up at my house, out of nowhere, trying to bum rush me as I'm walking into my driveway. I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's listen to what he's got to say.
Or leaving the courthouse or leaving the courthouse. There was news media here, but they only took still photos for whatever reason inside of the courtroom. So they took photos of him inside of the courtroom. I was told through a
That's interesting that you say that because I am free Inland Auditing Media. Seems to think this guy is actually pretty squared away. I don't know if he is or not. Right? I'm still kind of like, I don't know. I'm still kind of up in the air about a lot of these people, man. I don't know, man. I'm still kind of up in the air about a lot of these people. A lot of these people say one thing and do another. Seems to be a lot of that going around.
A confidential source that there was a secret meeting between Fahey and the judge. Just it gets a little disheartening after a while, ladies and gentlemen, that law enforcement officers can continue to get special preferential treatment. He has made an application, through his attorney, Brian Fahey has made an application for accelerated rehabilitation. What that means in the state of Connecticut, it's usually meant for people with drug problems. I'm not sure if Brian Fahey has a drug problem. I mean, he did get caught with drugs when he was young. He did get caught selling drugs when he was younger, in his 20s. Now he's a law enforcement. Well, first he was a correctional officer. I've heard from former law enforcement, and they told me that Brian has been caught planting evidence. These are people that worked with him. I want you to really understand, people that worked directly.
Yeah, I'd rather have something solid, G-Swag, than just innuendo and stuff. Especially if I'm gonna be, I'm not. It's not my intent to talk anything about this guy. He has represented himself. The only way I can really see who and what he is the way he's represented, what I've seen. And I know that there are some people out there that really just, no matter what the 1A community does, they hate him. Like it don't matter how good they are, that they'll, all right, man, that they absolutely just hate them. And they can do no right. They can't do anything. Like I've had a lot of interactions with Inland Auditing Media and actually long phone conversations with him. He's one of the few people that I actually have any kind of ounce of respect for. And but I've got like G-Swag hates him. I mean, can't stand him. Even don't, or what's his name? Sloan, Andre Sloan made like a video about him, basically saying he's a criminal and all kinds of stuff like that. So I don't know. It is what it is.
With Brian Fahey have told me that he has beaten people unconscious, bloody, kicked their private parts, planted evidence, sold drugs. He got caught selling drugs allegedly through. These are according to people, verified individuals who worked.
That's not good.
He got caught selling drugs while he was a New London police officer to other officers. He would take drugs from people. He was part of the gang unit in the correctional facility. He is a horrible individual. He has threatened me. I have received numerous death threats from people who claim to be associated with him. He is disgusting. I've never really cared for him, obviously, but from what I've heard, he is a nasty, disgusting individual, and I'm going to try and hold him accountable. So he applied. The only update is that he applied for accelerated relief. He pled not guilty. He allegedly had a secret meeting with the judge. He pled not guilty, and he put in an application for accelerated rehabilitation.
So I guess my question would be to the viewers that are kind of against Sean, and that just because you're against Sean doesn't necessarily mean that you're for Fahey, right? I mean, can we be fair? What am I trying to say here? But if what Sean is saying right now, if what Long Island Audit is saying right now, tell me that that's not preferential treatment. Tell me that they're not trying to save a man from embarrassment who may not deserve to be saved from said embarrassment. How is that holding him accountable when you would have to perp walk, right? Right? If you would have to do a perp walk, like for instance, Christopher Ryder was there when Jamie Knoll. He was so excited when Jamie Knoll was doing his perp walk. You know, we all know that Jamie Knoll probably would have preferred that Christopher Ryder and Tiffany Napier not, rush into the room and, basically sit there with shit-eating grins when he was doing a perp walk. Now, I'll be honest with you. If Christopher Ryder and Tiffany Napier are found to be not guilty of all charges, I'm going to report that exactly as it is being demonstrated to be a truth, or at least what the adjudication of the court is, minus an appeal, if one is able. But if they're found guilty, I will be I'll be pleased. I'll just put it that way. But if they're found innocent and they're innocent, I will also be pleased, because that means that the system's doing what it's supposed to do. It's doing its job, right? Assuming that there is justice. But when you see stuff like this, right? When you see special treatment for somebody to be able to avoid embarrassment potentially due to his position, right? Due to his position, then that's a level of favoritism I don't think is cool, chat. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right that there's a 2 or a 3-tier justice system. I don't think this guy should get preferential treatment because you're afraid it might be turned into a circus. I think the public has a right to see people being indicted, or, you know what I mean? Truth matters on either side. I agree. And I think to cover it up like this is jacked up. And I think if you lack the objectivity to admit what I'm saying has a ring of truth to it, I mean, that's okay. You don't have to agree with me. You have every right to disagree with me and have your own opinion. But let's just be real here. Right? Let's just be real. This is a 2-tier justice system at this point in time. It has to be. Right? That's the only thing that makes any sense. So let's do this. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to focus on the game a little bit too. And my dog's looking at me because he wants to go OUT. Let me read some comments here. Let me catch up. A lot of really good comments here. Karma says, we are so small. We are so small town. They had SWAT from a different county come to help serve the warrant in Bear Lake. Mark Stout. Okay, so I guess it's, and KFAR says I'll be right back. So it's Mark Stout, I guess. Yeah, we should definitely have. I want to do a show with KFAR. I have him onto the show. I don't know why I didn't invite him earlier, man. I mean, especially with these people that, everyone says I'm anti-1A and stuff like that, that I'm with the other people now or something like that. Yet I've never really had a lot of them on my show to really talk smack about these people, right? Oh, we had some really great cops in our area that have planted dope on people. Yep, really great cops. Let's see what Gloria has to say. More content for you to steal and talk about. You put these people down, and I don't see you out there with boots on the ground doing anything, but you're good sitting behind your keyboard. Oh, that's weird. Did you hear me putting this guy down? It actually kind of sounded like I was kind of defending him, Gloria, but respectfully, being that you're 22 and you says a lot about you, and my 23 and me says a lot about me. Somebody seems to be missing a chromosome. I'm just going to throw that out there. But you hear what you want to hear, Gloria. And those are definitely some words and opinions that you have stated. Oh, yes, Gloria, taking lessons from Griftifer. Rat says he doesn't have an auditing channel, Gloria. Well, I do, actually, technically. I just haven't done any auditing on it. But I will be doing some auditing pretty soon. Jonathan P. says that Generally Specific, I checked out your merch. I like everything. How big is the coffee cup? I don't know what the specs are on it. I don't know if it doesn't give any information. That's technically Katie Zed's. What do you call it? That's her merchandise and stuff over there. I don't know. I don't know how big it is. Probably just a standard coffee mug, I would imagine. One thing is for sure, we don't need cops like Fahey. I would agree with that. Yep. Okay, 1 second. Let me catch up. Let me take my turn. What's up, buddy? Go lay down. 1 second. Let me finish this game. Achilles says at GS, too many people let their fifis mess with their moral compass. Yeah, I agree. Karma says he quote unquote heard from other people, and if he is so gross, why are you up in his private property? To me, there is a complete difference between public and private property, Karma says. Yeah, I mean, I don't want people coming up, especially if there's an antithetical relationship. I think that it's a little disingenuous to try to like feign. I think it's a lot disingenuous actually to try to feign like, oh, I don't know where any of this is coming from. You know, I think that's just a bunch of bull hockey, in my opinion. Let's do this real quick. Let me focus. Let me try to catch up here. I'm definitely gonna get rid of that. All right, and we're definitely gonna do this. We're gonna cast that, and then we're gonna get rid of. I get rid of. I can't get rid of that. I'll say submit 0. Damn it. Okay. Anyway. No, Gregory. I was talking to Gloria, who popped over to drop BS. GS does not have an auditing channel. Well, I technically do. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was I think it was All American Audits or something like that. When I was planning on doing an audit, but I wanted to wait until I understood auditing better and the laws and. So, if it's true or another auditor story, right? Yeah, exactly. That's a good question. Karma says, but Gloria, you are a main supporter of Butt Pirates using GS's content every single day. Yes, exactly. Yeah, but you know, I mean, listen, those pesky little details that you're talking about, silly goose. Let's see, Gregory. She's talking about GS. All right. Okay, so wow, that's what a day when Gloria is the one trying to explain to Gregory what's going on. Okay. People like Chili and Griftifer have ruined it for the tiny handful of good auditors. I would agree with that. Boy, you guys are blowing up my channel right now. What is going on? Chat, what is going on here? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do that. Right? Let's make that. And then let's get rid of that. Oh, no. Let's get rid of that. Absolutely. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to focus. And I literally have a German Shepherd, like, laser staring at me right now. Because he wants to go outside. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it. You guys are fighting. What's up? Is it Katie Zed there? Is that Katie Zed? Yeah, there she is. I don't mess with standard size coffee mugs, lol. How big is that coffee mug, by the way? And mods, if you could, if I have any mods. Do I have any mods in here? I don't think I made mods. I think Dove's the only mod in here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I was going to say. But anyway, we'll do it on the main channel tonight. We can do the channel there. Gregory, I love you. I'm out. I wish I was 22. You're a user loser. Okay, that's a weird statement. Oh my God, you're so disgusting. You're so gross. All right. People are obsessed with other people's lives. Got to stop. You really gotta. I mean, you don't have to, but you really should. I think you should. Let's go like this. Okay.
Which normally that's used for.
So yeah, I invited. Let's see. I have a beautiful day, Gloria. Yes, I hope you'll find God and forgiveness, and I hope you'll repent. Katie Zed, I don't know if I offered to have KFAR come on my show sometime, and we're going to do a deep dive on Long Island audits. Do you have any insight into this guy? I know KFAR seems to have some information on him, and not a big fan. And I've heard some rumors about him. So if you're interested in joining the show for that too, you definitely welcome. But if that's not really your thing, maybe we can do maybe we can do our own little booze and body cam crossover on the GS channel. I don't want to invite myself to your channel, but I did have a blast over there with you guys. So, but I guess I have my own channel I can invite you guys to, and it won't be like weird. You're in every single live for someone who never watches GS. Yeah, you ever notice that? You ever notice that? Nope, the auditors are not my circus. Okay, no problem. So I just didn't want you to feel left out. So Kate Farr will be on my channel, I think, at some point in time. We'll work out the details. How dare you? How dare you kill that enchantment? I like that enchantment.
Or according to, I just got out of the courthouse right now.
Hold on, Shadow. Let me get done with this game.
Protection. I'm looking to get that order of protection modified and get my own order of protection so that way I can be here for his next court date, which is, I believe, is October 6th or October 9th. I have to confirm that date. Oh, by the way, I went to go pull his court file, and the judge sealed, this must have been part of that secret meeting, the judge sealed his court file.
Yeah.
No one can get access to the public court file. No one.
Damn, I thought you were leaving, lady. Well, she's back again. You're obsessed with us. You show our content. Who's our? We're like, is it like when the New England Patriots win a game, Gloria? Do you win a game too because you're part of the team? Is that what's going on, Gloria? I know, right? Like, holy parasitic attachments. Nobody's obsessed with you specifically, Gloria. Yeah, nobody at all. Nobody. Said no one ever. So get a cat so you don't die alone. But I'm guessing you already have like 6 or 7 of them.
It is completely sealed.
I love you. I love you, Gloria. Jesus loves you.
Criminal clerk.
Jesus loves you, Gloria. He wants nothing but the best for you. He wants you to return. Don't be the lost sheep of Israel anymore.
Office here at the courthouse. You will be able to get any documents from his file that is supposed to be a public document. It's been sealed. And now he's applied for accelerated rehabilitation, which is called AR. And what that means is that he is going to go to some sort of treatment, maybe anger management, maybe a drug program. I don't know. He might be a drug addict. We have court marshals right behind us here. I don't know exactly what it's going to entail. Stay out of trouble for a year, and the charges will be dismissed and off of his record forever. So that's what's going on. And, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I have a right as the victim of this unhinged sergeant to speak directly to the judge, and I'm going to oppose this accelerated rehabilitation. I'm going to do everything I can, but he already had a secret meeting with the judge, allegedly. You know, there's not much more I can do at this point. For those of you just joining, I'm going to summarize it. Former Sergeant Brian Fahey was
All right, so we got Gloria says, when someone texts me and tells me you're talking about one of my peeps, yes, I'm going to come and speak my mind, whether you like it or not. Block me. Please block me. Wait, who's one of your peeps? I have showcased Long Island Audit's content for a long time. I've opined about it many times. Matter of fact, I'm probably, I don't know if a fan is the right word, but an appreciator of what he does until I have information to show otherwise, which is why I'm willing to listen to other people that might detract from this man, because I might have a blind spot. Like you apparently have a massive blind spot, Gloria. Matter of fact, you're one of those, like, it's like a Trump derangement syndrome. It goes both ways, you know? Trump can do no wrong or Trump can do no right. You know, the psychopaths that are on the fringe.
Arraigned today right behind me at this courthouse, the Danielson Superior Courthouse.
But it's interesting that you're so blinded with your impotent bagel rage that you don't even realize that I've not said anything negative about this guy, other than he's really seems to be milking this whole Brian Fahey thing. But hey, if Chris Ryder got arrested and got charged and was getting ready to go to jail for being a harassing piece of shit, yeah, I'd be celebrating it. I'd be screaming it from the damn rooftops. I'd be playing it left and right and center, dude. You kidding me? Because there's a lot of people on my channel that have been victimized by that idiot and would love to see that dude go exactly where he belongs, in prison. A lot of people would like to see that guy go exactly where he belongs, in prison. don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna call it good. Pass turn. Watch this, Seth. If you're still in here, this is gonna be pretty disgusting. If you watch this, good point, KT. Apparently can't wait. What did I miss? Let's see, Gloria. Your peeps can't fight their own battles? Question mark. They're not sending their best. Yes. If they need Gloria AD to come in and save them, well, it might be a really dark day for them. Give us a list, and we will be sure to talk about those shitbags more. Oh, I love it. Oh, Rat's just going. She's back. She's going right for the throat. Some people were not built for the internet. Yeah, I agree. And Gloria is a perfect example. Stick to Facebook, old lady.
House here in Corrupticate. He snuck in through the back door, and then he snuck out the back door. We have some images. Some other photojournalists have gotten some images of him coming in and out. There was a journalist inside of the courtroom.
Hold on, buddy.
They did not take video for whatever reason. They took still images, which is very, I don't get it. We did bring the billboard truck. That's the news report of him being arrested here. And that's him violently assaulting me and spitting in my face and my mouth. I'm told that he came out of this door right here. As you can see right behind me, got into a black SUV and got carted off. His attorney's name is Jeffrey Ment, M-E-N-T, Jeffrey Ment. He is a prominent criminal defense lawyer who represents police officers throughout the state of Corrupticate, so he has plenty of work. Not the highest integrity kind of guy. Oh, I didn't show you the back of the billboard truck here, right outside. It's perfectly parked, as you can see. That's the courthouse. This is the billboard truck, perfectly parked, as you can see.
I agree. It is good to have her back.
Sergeant Brian Fahey spat on journalists. You can't really, let me turn the camera around. Sergeant Brian Fahey spat on journalists. There goes the mugshot I made because I had to make a mugshot. Why? Because the police, the Groton Police Department, the rotten police department, did not bother to take a mugshot.
Ouch.
So there is audio on here. I just turned it down I did an interview with a local media company just now, a local news company. But, at the end of the day, he pled not guilty. The former disgraced, unhinged Sergeant Brian Fahey pled not guilty in the courthouse behind me. And if you don't like that, if you don't like what's happening, hit the like button on this video so more people can see it. Share this video anywhere you can on your social media and leave a comment down below. We're going to continue to expose this and report on this. At the end of the day, he applied today for accelerated rehabilitation, meaning that if he does some sort of program or he just stays out of trouble.
Killer says, Dirty Dave wants to do dirty things to people in the dirt. Well, yeah, he would. He'd probably dig some things up, wouldn't he? Disgusting Muppet.
For 1 year, the charge will be dismissed off of his record. I spoke to a victim's advocate in the state of Connecticut. You have a right to a victim's advocate. So I spoke to a victim's advocate today, and she told me that I have a right to speak at the...
Hey, Katie Zed, you might actually be interested in the whole thing that's going on with Lion One, Rabbit, Dirty Dave, the Union. You might actually want to start paying attention to that. We might have to get some lore your way because it might turn into a weird situation. The whole thing might turn into some weird situation. The obsession of that Dirty Dave guy, I don't even know what his deal is, bro. He's weird, dude. He's a psychopath of the first order, the highest order. Yeah, you might want to start actually doing some research on it and maybe doing some like screen grabs, recording some OBS or something. I mean, do what you want to do, but you might find it really fascinating, and you seem to have the mind for it. Me, I don't really have the patience for a lot of stuff. Just ask some of the people that have tried to give me information. I'm like, what exactly am I looking at? Because I don't want to pour through hours of documents to try to find some needle in a haystack. Why are you sending me this? Make it real plain to see. That creepy obsession if he only knew her true thoughts on him. That's what I'm hearing, man. What I'm hearing is it wasn't what he said it was at all. You know. Yep. Anyway. Here we go. Let me let it play. Come here, Shadow. Oh,
Accelerated rehabilitation hearing that's going to be held in October, and I plan on speaking directly to the judge, and I'm going to speak frankly with the judge. I'm going to let the judge know. I believe the judge is Judge Green. That was the judge that presided over the arraignment today. I'm told that Judge Green and Fahey had a secret meeting. I don't know how true it is. Up there is the John Fahey. So the state's attorney's name is John Fahey. He was just appointed here to this judicial district in June, and his office is right up here in the courthouse. And he saw the billboard truck today. Everybody saw the billboard truck today as they were coming in. The victim's advocate, she works in this courthouse right here, and she told me, "Is that your billboard truck outside?" I told her, "Yeah, it is." And she says, "Well, you're definitely making a statement." She almost threw up when she heard about what happened, how he spit in my face, into my mouth, the vile, disgusting creature. But again, yesterday I spoke with former law enforcement officers and former criminal officers.
Yeah, Dirty Dave is I call him halfway house harder. You've been really out of the loop, man. What's up, Sylvia? Thing is, when someone poses themselves as the enemy of your freedom, you have to point out their flaws. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Gloria's here anymore. I think I think one of her cats started chewing on her foot and she had to kick it. So now she's got to feed them. She's probably got like a half a mountain of like cat litter on one of her shoulders that she has to scrape off. Otherwise it might fleck off and go into her eye. You know, those crazy cat lady types. Yeah, she's definitely not here anymore. The Union, is that a reference to the southern part in the Civil War? Actually, no, that would have been the Confederacy, isn't it? The Union was the North. Like I said, some people aren't built for the internet. Some people got no reason. All right, let's let this play. I'll be right back.
Officers on the phone and in person, and they told me that Fahey has been an unhinged psycho his entire career. First, as a correctional officer, he used to beat inmates. He was the head of the gang unit. He used to plant drugs on inmates, pour piss on them. This is what I'm being told, ladies and gentlemen, and it matches up directly with what he does today. He is an unhinged savage. Then he worked for New London. Allegedly, he sold drugs while being a police officer to other police officers, and that's why he had to go to the Connecticut State Police. Apparently, his wife, Kimberly Fahey, is friends or has family with some pretty prominent people here in the state of Connecticut, and that's how he was able to get a job with the Connecticut State Police. It is all intertwined. Apparently, he still has his job offer to work at one of the reservation departments, one of the tribal departments. I believe it's the Foxwoods Casino. Their police department, he has an offer to work there still. That's what my sources are telling me, that he is still going to be a cop. You know, I woke up this morning, I was supposed to be able to watch the proceedings via Zoom. Unfortunately, my attorney, Steven Seeger, didn't have service inside of the courthouse that he was in, and he didn't get the link in time. So I've been in kind of a bad mood all day. And just yesterday, I was trying to, today I've been in a horrible mood.
You're welcome, Katie Zed. I'm here for you, Katie Zed. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. What I really, really want is a ziggy zig. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. I'm
not gonna lie to you guys.
Good luck. You're welcome.
Because he's just gonna get away with it, as we all know. Thank you, ma'am. As we all know, this psychopath is going to get away with it. Just like he got away with allegedly selling drugs while he was a New London police officer, kicking people in their private parts, excessive force, police brutality. The list goes on and on. He stalks women. Oh, and I know who he's having an affair with right now as well. He was having an affair with one of the Connecticut State Police employees. That information is getting out there as well. Listen, he is a bad man. He's a bad husband. He's a bad man. He's a bad everything. He is a bad, unhinged individual. He got caught selling drugs early in his life, then using drugs, and he got caught selling drugs allegedly and planting drugs on people. This is what confirmed law enforcement officers are telling me. I wouldn't be telling you this allegedly if I didn't know that the people who I was talking to were former law enforcement and correctional officers. They worked with him.
Why didn't they do anything? If all this is true, why didn't they turn him in?
This is all but confirmed. I believe.
So you're going to trust the words of people that didn't have the intestinal fortitude, wherewithal, or testicular fortitude to stand up and strengthen their spine and turn in a corrupt person within their own ranks? So you'll believe the information that they give you because it's dirt against Fahey, and they can stay anonymous. I mean, does he not kind of see the irony in this? Like, you say all these cops are corrupt, basically, and then, well, no, he doesn't say that. That's not true. I don't want to mischaracterize it.
Them. They told me he's capable of murder. Be careful, Sean. And I've been receiving a lot of death threats, and I hope they're not coming from Brian Fahey. It's disgusting what he's doing, and we're going to hold him accountable. So for those of you just joining right now, please hit the like button. Please share this video so it can be seen by as many people as possible.
You know, the irony of this whole thing is, with the whole Chris Ryder thing, the irony of the whole thing is this. I started off supporting Chris Ryder. Matter of fact, I started off going pretty hard against JJ and against Wrangler based on the information that Chris Ryder was giving me. I had tons of videos where I was criticizing him. I used to review Wrangler videos and kind of mock and make fun of the guy. I think some of you probably remember these things, right? For months, I was in Ryder's camp, whatever that even means. Then I had the audacity to ask a couple questions, and then it kind of all hell broke loose, right? But I heard all the corruption claims from Ryder, right? You know, the same kind of thing, like all this horrible stuff. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't corrupt cops out there. It doesn't mean that that's not a possibility. It doesn't mean that at all. It's quite possible that these multiple things can be true at the same time, right? But see, I had the balls to actually point things out. When I found out the truth of something, I said something, right? And I understand that speaking the truth is a very dangerous thing to do in a world full of lies, right? And death threats and people coming to your house. And so the irony of the whole thing is this, is I never wanted this fight. No. Never, ever wanted this fight. Was not interested in this fight. Did not want people to try to take shit real world with me. Always kept it online. Right up until the point where people started to include my family, or people introduced their family into something, and they were attacking me. They were attacking my record. They were attacking me as a person, ad hominem. They were going after my family. They were going after my military service. They were going after dissecting every little word that came out of my mouth, malframing it, misframing it, misaligning it, miscategorizing it. And then have the audacity to go, oh, yeah, we know you're just the biggest victim on the internet. You fucking lied about me, dude. You absolutely smeared me, lied about me. You took things that I said, warped them out of what so far out of context that they don't even make sense anymore. And the weird thing is that I say enough things in context that you could criticize me about without having to be a fucking lying little piece of shit about it. But they still lie. They still chose the lie. That's the craziest part. They still chose the lie. Like, unpack that for a second. You picked a fight with me. I begged most of these idiots to not do it. Don't do it. Just please don't do it. Please don't do it. You've all heard me. You've all heard me say, please don't do it. Izzy, please. I don't know much about you. You might be a perfectly fine woman, but you're over here carrying water for this stone vag guy and these myth mouth idiots and these F3 fine fix and finish tards. Listen, don't do it. I'm begging you. I don't know who you are. I don't want to attack a woman online. It's not a very good look. But I will attack a woman online that deserves to get attacked. I'll 100% go after a woman online. You want to be treated equally. You're a boss babe and all this other stuff. Okay, fair enough. You're a boss babe. But like Rats has said multiple times, you can't sit here and act like you're a boss babe and you've got more combat experience than I do as a woman, as an interpreter of all fucking things. That you're this and you're that and you're a Billy Badass and you're tougher than I am and that I'm scared of a woman. That's why I won't blah, blah, blah. And all this other stuff. You can't simultaneously be a conqueror and conquered at the same time, lady. You can't pick both these things. These things are incongruent. These things are completely and utterly incongruent. I begged you not to pick the fight with me. Now, come to find out, it seems like you got committed to a mental institution, lady. Everything I said about you being a fucking whore and a home wrecker, among other things. You wrecked your own home and you tried to wreck another man's home by getting your back blown out in fucking Vegas by an absolute filthy, disgusting, dirty bike thief. I mean, the guy just looks fucking dirty looking at him, dude. Dude could be fresh out of the shower and he still looks like he makes Dirty Dave look like a pristine fucking a pristine porcelain statue that was just freshly carved. You know? And I'm like, I told everyone you're a lying, skeeving bitch. I told everyone that you and I had a really nice conversation for like 2 hours or something after a StreamYards. And then you went after my family again after you knew the truth. You said, I'm still going to talk shit about you. I'm still going to come after you after you claim to be a Christian that could lead me more completely down the path of Christianity because you claim to have more experience with the Bible than I did, Izzy. We had these conversations behind the scenes where you actually said, I will make that donation. Nobody told you to match what all these other, no, she said she would double. She would double. I heard her. She said, I will double what Greg is going to donate. So she pledged $1,000 to my fallen commander. You all remember this, Laura. I'm sure that if you've been following my channel for a hot minute, you remember this. Yes, double it. She said, I will double it. She did that. No one asked her to even pipe in about it. No one asked her to make that generous thing. And Wally, that other retard, the Spartan guy, that little fanook, that little freaking low-rent alcoholic, allegedly in Minecraft. What did he do? Yeah, he also pledged, didn't he? He also made a pledge of $500. You remember that?
What up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to the official
nerd. You guys remember that, right? Sorry, I clicked on something over here. It opened up another window. Nobody asked him to do any of that stuff. So even and she asked me, she's like, I need to wait till the middle of the month and I'll do the donation. That's what she said to me. And things are tight right now. Well, little did I know, apparently maybe that's why she had to run around to the Target and steal a bunch of money. I mean, she was going into all these other channels, donating to anyone that was hating on me or anyone that was even being friendly to me. She would go into these channels. She would leave these massive super chats to try to get me kicked off of the panel or to say dirty, nasty things about me. Y'all remember that? Every panel that I went on to, every location, every place that I would try to go, these idiots would try to go and ruin it. They would try to go get me unpersoned. They would try to go get me canceled. I get that's allegedly in Minecraft. She was paying VIPs to troll me. I don't know. I mean, I would nothing at this point in time. Nothing would surprise me with this woman. But you're gonna see on Friday. We're gonna be digging into a lot of her paperwork. Apparently, there's some divorce filings. Now, I feel bad for her husband, Jason, and I feel bad for her children. I don't even know their names, really. I don't really want to know their names. What's up, Pale Emperor? And then she proceeds to say that I apologized for all the things that I said about her. And all I did was I said that I regret saying some of the things that I said about you publicly. I don't apologize for them. I meant them. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant, but I wish I probably wouldn't have had to said some of the stuff publicly at all. Right? I never apologized for the stuff that I said to her. That was a lie. She said, well, I got it all recorded. I'm like, well, release the whole thing. Just like Chris Ryder, who will only release a part where he starts to fucking act like he fucking owns my channel and wants to tell me how to run my own channel after he calls up asking me to do him a fucking favor. And then as I'm on the phone with him for an hour and 15 minutes. Meanwhile, by the way, I'm biting my tongue about how I really feel about this, cocksucker. And I'm biting my tongue about this Chris Ryder guy, about how I really feel about this dude. Because my wife had said, you don't have to say anything publicly. Just start withdrawing your support for this guy. And I was trying to be a peacemaker. And I sat there and I bit my tongue about this dude. About the same things that, good old Tyrants Beware comes into Chris Ryder's channel. I think he even donated a super chat saying, oh, I'm having a baby. So the only way you can get noticed on Chris Ryder's channel, it would seem, is you got to donate a super chat. Then he immediately notices what you say, and he immediately calls it out. Fair enough. I mean, it's supposed to get your attention. That's kind of the reason why people super chats, right? Do super chats. And so TB even has to tell him, hey, you would have known that I have a baby on the way if you were in my live last night. He doesn't care about your live, TV. He does not care about your live. Why doesn't he care about your live, TV? You're not important to him unless he's using you currently for something. We've all experienced it with people. According to Rabbit, the same thing was true with Sean Porter. According to, apparently, even Lion was being used by all these people. Because their testimonies to how good of friends they were with Lion was Lion supported her. It wasn't the other way around. Right? Wasn't the other way around. So long story short, I begged Izzy Imig to not tilt at the windmill like Don Quixote. I begged her. I said, Izzy, I'm over here trying to behave myself here. I'm trying to be cool, Izzy. I'm trying to be Izzy. I don't want to. My hands is bisexual. You know what I'm saying? What is that? What's that old meme? I got my hands are bisexual. They can be for anyone. I'm not trying to. But you're really making it very difficult. You're making it very difficult. What do they say? Some mofos are always trying to ice skate uphill, right? But here's the beauty of it too, right? At the end of the day, I know some people don't like it, right? Don't like it when people say the word at the end of the day. I try to be cool. I try to be nice with her. And I keep saying Exodus 14:14, and I gotta remember this when I'm getting angry at people. Right? If you're one of God's chosen, right? And you're part of the elect, and you're part of the body of Christ, you don't have to say a word. Exodus 14:14. Just be silent, and God will fight your battles for you. I have to constantly keep that in the forefront of my mind, because then otherwise I get angry and I want to have my wrath and not God's wrath. That's why I'm glad for people like Katie Zed in my life. You can say whatever you want about Katie Zed. You can feel however you want about Katie Zed. I think she's a genuine person. I really genuinely believe that she goes out of her way to treat people with as much respect as she can. And I think she genuinely does pray for the people that curse her. I think she tries to bless those who curse her. And I feel very firmly that God has put Katie Zed in my path for a very good reason. She might not even be in the channel right now, but I really do. And I'm appreciative of that. God has put divine appointments in my life. Now, whether or not I listen to him or not, that's a whole nother story. I think we can all agree that sometimes we just don't listen when we should. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? I think I do this. All right. James says, hold on. Sorry. I was like kind of lost in my opining here. Up to a certain point, the information he shares is believable to some people, but if he won't explain further, people with critical thinking won't buy his grift. Yeah. He purposely stays. Well, I mean, the weird thing is, I don't know why he did his post. He did a completely unforced error yesterday when he posted that picture of me on his channel. I mean, just a completely unforced error. Didn't make any sense at all. There was no reason for him to have made that unforced error like he did. What do I do here? I want to do something here, don't I? Okay. Do I do this? Or do I do that? If I do that, I can't do that. I think I do this. Okay. Yep. We'll just leave it at that. I gotta let my dogs in here in a second. Matt Reardon. What about, Matt Reardon? Yeah, me and Matt. Yeah, that was Matt Reardon. That whole thing was weird, dude. Let's go like this. Let's do that. Sorry, my dogs are barking out back. Oh yeah, Matt Reardon was on his channel. So submit. I don't think anything really has a counter, does it? I'll submit 0. I gotta sneeze. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Okay, resolve. Okay. Haste reach. Tap. Add 1 mana. I don't think I really need to do that. Go do that. All right. We'll attack with these two. Sorry, guys. I'm a little distracted. Rats, the folks we're all talking about are purposely obtuse and inadvertently defensive. Are dense, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Karma, they are definitely effing. Who's effing? Wait, who's effing? Oh, you're talking about Matt and TV? Yeah.
So, MTG Arena, you.
Dang it. Wrong damn video. Hold on. There we go.
We are outside of the courthouse here.
I got to go feed my dog, so.
The Danielson Superior.
I mean, at this point in time, all he's doing is repeating himself. This is like the 6th time he's repeated himself. It's kind of freaking annoying.
Court here where former Sergeant, disgraced Sergeant Brian Fahey was arraigned on disorderly conduct, a Class C misdemeanor carrying up to 90 days in the county jail. Obviously, he should have been charged with so much more. We've had the billboard truck out here parked right in front of the courthouse, as you can see. I'll turn the camera around so you can see. I've had the billboard truck.
All right, I'm sick and tired of hearing him say the same thing over and over again. Let's watch some Fleckus, guys. We gotta catch up. Hold on. Yeah, Fleckus talks. Great show, by the way. We got to catch up on. There was half of an episode that we didn't finish watching. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit.
You were most.
I'll do it right here.
I say fire. Have you made songs about the revenge so that it will never be forgotten? Revenge? What do you mean? Last week, a young girl was killed by one of them, and we sent 2 police officers into the camp. But they were then also sexually assaulted themselves. Is that what you mean? What? Did you at least make an example out of the perpetrators who sexually assaulted your guards and forever tarnished our honor? No. But we are imprisoning our own people when they talk about this. Does that count?
Isn't that sick?
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with.
You basically have no justification for like what's happened. We're at unprecedented historical times where there's never been a host nation who kind of opens themselves up in this way. And, you know, we often say on this show, you want to avoid being the experiment. And society at large, the West entirely, is one huge experiment these days.
Yep.
And we have some examples that fall under this category. Can you read that first one?
This is from Canada. We're now in our international migrant section. Only in Canada can you try to kidnap 2 teenage girls armed with a firearm, face 33 charges while on probation for violent offenses, and get released on bail. We need to start naming these judges. And the story was basically summed up there. It was an armed kidnapping. And these are some pictures of the gentlemen who were already previous offenders, not really Canadians. And they got let out on bail. So whatever happens after they're out on bail, that's on the judge.
Yep. And then we have this next clip where people from some sort of African tribe are cursing English houses.
Here in this house, I pray fire over this house. I pray calamity over this house. No one will steal my child and get away with it. No one will steal my daughters and get away with it. I pray fire over this house. Fire in this street. May calamity come in this street until...
It's rare to hear people calling for calamity these days.
Calamity is kind of an underused word. I'm mad. You know, we got African witch doctors in town, but calamity, it reminded me, it's a pretty good word.
That's a pretty good one.
And the interesting thing about someone like this is they do the witch doctor and they do the whole routine and they say, I pray for fire in this house. And then their cousin comes and lights the match. And then they go, oh, it worked. It's just arson paired with this. The witchcraft never works on curing cancer, if you'll notice.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's always petty arson or, you know, vandalism, stuff like that.
And then we have
So that's what you get as a white European guy living in your home country. Witch doctor calamity.
You're just looking out the window like,
They're here again.
please go away.
They're praying for calamity again.
My Uber Eats is about to be here. And then we have some Pakistanis that did some unthinkable things.
The Pakistani Mia brothers raped 2 7-year-old boys in a mosque. They drugged and prostituted 30 underage schoolgirls. They cut off the toes of 2 girls who tried to escape. The court found a total of 62 crimes. This happened in Leeds, UK. Illegal immigration continues to destroy the UK. They look
Leeds.
inbred.
They look very inbred, and they are.
Yeah.
Pakistanis are highly inbred.
Yeah.
And here's what school looks like in the UK. This is a middle school or elementary school in the UK. So it's gone.
Time is now. There's less time on the clock than you think, England.
And it's not going to get resolved anytime soon in Europe. This story is from Germany, but in their upcoming election, both parties commit to speaking only positively about migration.
So everybody just agreed, and then except for the AfD, which is the right-wing party in Germany, but they all just agree like, hey, this whole election is going to be about other things.
Anything but if you did make the election about migration, you'd win in a landslide.
Yeah. The elephant in the room, we're not going to discuss him. We're just going to talk about the smaller stuff.
But there is some good news. This next clip is from Germany. We have some people in the streets chanting, "Send them home." But unfortunately, that is for the rival soccer team.
So the politicians aren't going to talk about it, and the soccer fans are just going to get all amped up about soccer. Great.
And the people chanting "Send them home" are chanting that about opposing football clubs.
You're close, but you're not quite on the right target.
You guys are all on the street already.
Yeah, just do it second. Say, all right, now we're moving on. Next is the migrants. Same message.
And we have a version of that ourselves here. Football season just started this weekend, and this guy who likes Alabama a little too much.
Willie,
Yeah.
it's game day, baby.
I know
It's
I'm
game
ready,
day,
I'm
baby.
ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are the tires fired up, Willie?
I'm ready,
What
boy.
they gonna do, Willie? They gonna be blitzing?
be
Let me see you blitz. Get out there, Willie. Get out there. That's what I'm talking about, Willie. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's how you got to get out there and you got to
how
do
you
it.
gotta do
The
it.
tide's ready, baby. They
ready.
fixing to get out there. Do it. Let's go right here.
So we have our own version. He doesn't give a piss about nothing but the tide.
Yep.
He busted his foot doing the 3-point stance on the gravel. But
And Alabama lost.
yeah, Alabama lost, and there's illegal immigrants in voter rolls. You know? So we could have used that energy a little bit differently.
Yeah, and that's why we have the European migrant section, because you see the same themes everywhere across every country. And people are at various points in that journey. The UK seems particularly fucked. Germany seems particularly fucked.
France,
And that's why we obsess about migrants all the time, because it's nation making or breaking.
Yep.
Right.
Here's a clip from Ireland. A kid gets their bike stolen by some rat.
Did you see that? Did you see that much more articulate Gregory guy that was pretending that he was part of the Roll Tide? He was going to blitz the Roll Tide team thing, you know? Yeah, Fleckus is awesome. You guys crack me up.
He rides away on like a little child's bike. And like, how much could that possibly be? And he smiles when the child gives
He's
up.
got a bike.
Yeah.
He's reliving his childhood, his inner child. So Ireland's
Such a crime to import those fucking rats, dude.
Ireland is toast. And then people are protesting for the wrong reasons again, not just the soccer club's fans. This was graffiti done in Barcelona. Can you read what it says?
It says, your Airbnb was my home, with a little anarchy thing in Barcelona. And it's interesting because Drew Pavlo says this. He says, safe leftist xenophobia directed against wealthy tourists rather than illegal migrants.
So the Airbnb is what they're complaining about, was my home. And it's like your whole country's taken over by Somalis.
Africans are arriving via ship on your beaches and just sprinting in wherever they can. And it's interesting that like there is some okay xenophobia. It's just all at wealthier white people who are looking to have a vacation instead of people who are getting on the permanent welfare class in your country who can't even speak and have 70 IQs.
Yeah, like the political activists.
Uh-oh, Izzy Imig. Sub 70 IQ Izzy. I nailed that shit, didn't I?
Don't even know where to look.
I think there's an order of operations here, and it's migrants before wealthy people trying to do Airbnb. It's migrants before the soccer team, and we'd be okay. We'd be okay pretty quickly if we got our order of operations right across the West.
And don't worry, those Airbnb hosts are going to lose money when no one wants to visit Barcelona because of the migrants.
Absolutely. Don't worry, they'll be out of business, but your country will never be the same.
All right, we are now moving on to the final page of housekeeping where I can say whatever I want. Use the and everybody, it's back to school time. You know what that means?
What?
Time to sign up for Bonus Land.
Yeah.
We are not going to be having a show on this Friday coming up. A little bit of announcement, a little bit of housekeeping within housekeeping. But there is going to be a Bonus Land. So if you guys are going to miss us on Friday, it's a perfect opportunity to sign up for Bonus Land.
Yep.
FlackusTalks.com is the website. Please go there now. All right. We talk a lot about politics,
The
Democrats.
Of course.
But I found a clip that really sums up my political beliefs, and I'm going to outsource it to this woman.
Hey, G. Maggie.
And let's see it for what it is.
All the Democrats belong in jail, including Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, and whatever.
This is like a non-woke Gregory. Gregory, we found your match. Gregory, if you're still watching, buddy, try to find her out, man, so you won't die alone. Match made in heaven.
Michelle Obama, and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
Pelosi.
They all belong in jail.
Nancy Pelosi.
They knew that there was a school shooting coming up. And they're the one that made people transgender.
Transgender.
Barack Obama. He's the head macho.
Yeah.
He's the head macho.
The head mancho.
Barack Obama is the head mancho. He's the head mancho.
And they made everyone transgender.
Is it bad that I have the same political views as her?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
Maybe she has the same ones as me, and I'm higher up.
Yeah, I mean, you can get to the right conclusion while being not the smartest. It's an interesting, phenomenon in America. But yeah, that's a tough one. That's definitely a
Well, I mean, if you're offended, Jonathan, you can definitely show yourself to the door. That's okay. This is definitely if you want to be offended, you don't need me in the equation. You could find anywhere on the internet to be offended, buddy. No, please, no, don't. No, please. Oh, please. I didn't mean to offend you by saying that people with low IQ are very annoying. Come on, dude. Don't fucking play this game with me, bro. Because when it comes to like hurting people's feelings that want to have their fucking feelings hurt, I give zero fucks.
A tough one. That's what like Harry Sisson thinks everyone is, instead of someone who's just
Don't
like
fucking
aware
play,
of
don't
crime.
don't fucking play some guilt trip shit with me, dude. Don't fucking play around, bro. Don't fucking play around with me, man.
And like changing demographics and bad negative things that are currently happening.
And,
Wasteful spending.
Yeah.
Like all the valid complaints, they go, oh my God, Nancy Pelosi's transgender. Barack Obama.
And we always
jail.
talk about the Democrats and like who your political bedfellows are.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you and the luggage twink are on the same side. You must be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, here's ours. I like her though.
I know.
I think she's smart.
She wouldn't steal from me.
She wouldn't steal from me. She knows about hard work, and she got politics all correct.
It's crazy.
So, like, what is she? Is she stupid? All right. Speaking
Broken
of
clock, right? You know, whatever the saying is.
that's a little more sophisticated than a broken clock.
I'm really not interested in people being in my orbit because I say everything they fucking want me to say. And, you know, listen, wait around 5 minutes. You're going to like what I have to say. Wait around another 5 minutes. You're probably going to be offended. If you're that fucking thin skinned, then yeah, please fuck off. Like, seriously, don't fucking forget my channel, lose my channel. Never fucking come back to my channel if you're going to be that easily offended.
I don't even have a metaphor. I have no analogy for
Barack
it.
Obama's the head honcho.
I got a few channels you can go to if you're looking for new content. Power Bottom Butt Pirates. You can go check them out.
We made everyone transgender.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi, they all belong in jail. She's not even wrong about anything.
I know.
All right, next we have a clip of crop circles happening in real time. So you see the crop circles happening? And you see the orb in the right?
Yeah. I see some AI slop coming across my screen.
It might be AI, but it is a video.
Yeah, definitely a video.
And I knew he was going to say this is AI. So now I found a video from 1996, which is before AI was available to the public. And look at this one.
Here I'm standing at Oliver's Castle at precisely the same spot as John Whaley was standing in August 1996, when he supposedly, for the first time in history, managed to film the creation of a crop circle.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That is impressive.
That's
and
impressive.
That's something.
That's good aliens.
And it's a frequency thing. You guys know when you put sand on like a piece of metal and you hit it with like a sound frequency and it turns into different shapes and patterns? It's the same thing.
Okay.
So that's how they do it. But that was 1996.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
You don't know what that was. That's a good point. And next we have alien orbs in Colombia, I believe from last week. There they go. So those are the alien clips from lately.
Okay, thank you. I can't really do anything with AI these days. It kind of discredits all the other good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. Next, we have an interesting story here. This is probably my favorite piece of the whole show. This woman's trying to get Bass Pro Shop in trouble for not paying taxes because Bass Pro Shop is technically a museum because they have the fish tank.
This is your reminder that Bass Pro Shops doesn't pay federal taxes because they call themselves a museum because of their aquarium. So because they're a store that has all of this, they don't pay taxes because of that. Eat the rich.
You're snitching on Bass Pro Shop to pay more taxes?
I was going to say, isn't that kind of a service? Is there any reason you can't do the same thing?
It is a museum. We've all been to Bass Pro Shop and you see the fish and then you learn a historical lesson. It's a museum.
I know. America needs more Bass Pro. I don't think we need less.
And I
found a loophole. They found a good one. Close the loophole if you want.
It's a great loophole and they are a museum.
Yeah.
And I actually live in a museum as well.
Oh, that's your transition.
I've been collecting artifacts. As you guys can see, I have a Meatloaf collection here of all these Meatloaf artifacts. I have a signed Meatloaf guitar. That's an artifact. I have some George Floyd artifacts. Him as the woman from Titanic. Him and Dylan Mulvaney kissing. Him and Santa. Those are artifacts. I have Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth signed baseballs.
Yeah, that looks with a ballpoint pen on balls made in 2022.
And the Lou Gehrig has like a shaky hand signature. But those are artifacts.
Yeah,
I'm maintaining these artifacts. Here's a thing I got. Most valuable player in 2003 from my middle school.
Wow. You were most valuable player as a lineman?
I was a fullback.
So was that the year you got held back and so you were a year older than everybody else?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So that's the year you got MVP?
I wasn't that much older than everyone else. I was like 6 months older than everyone else.
Okay.
And I was like
asterisk next to this.
I was the biggest kid on the team.
No shit.
And I was playing line. And then one day in practice, I just said to the coach, and I was like, hey, like in this running drill where you just take the ball and run someone over, like a drill that's probably illegal now.
Yeah.
I said, just give me the ball. Let me try it. And I just trucked every single person on the team. And they had this thing where I just kept going.
280-pound 14-year-old playing against 12 and 13-year-olds. Yeah.
No, everyone else was the same age. And I was like 12, and they were all 11 and 12.
Okay.
And I wasn't 280. I was 2-something probably.
Higher?
12 years old. And then they handed me the ball, and every single person on the team who wanted to tried to tackle me, and I ran everyone over. And then that became the offense. The whole offense was hand me the ball, and I just went forward 6 yards every time.
Did you score touchdowns?
Yeah, I scored like a 40-yard touchdown one time on a sweep. But then we get in trouble because we couldn't really throw, and it would be like we're down by 2 touchdowns. There's 4 minutes left.
They're packing the box.
And we're handing the ball inside, and I couldn't do it. Yeah. But yeah, I got MVP. And then here I have Golden Tee. I'm maintaining that. That's an artifact. That's a collectible. And then we have the art piece, Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, yeah, you should look into some more tax cuts, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you know. I feel like I'm running my own museum here.
Something's going on with you.
I have the Black Santa.
Something's going on with you for sure.
I got the Black Santa. I'm doing my own museum, and I'm going to look into it for tax reasons.
All right.
All right, let's get to our next piece. This is what we mentioned in the intro. The hairpiece debate. Is it worth it or not? We have 3 examples, and let's all vote whether it was worth it or not.
All right, here he is.
So
She's shaving it, cleaning it up.
You cleaning it up. And then here comes the glue.
Got some sort of zoomer top.
I think this glue might give you dementia or something. You can't be putting glue on your scalp like that over and over. That's not good. So then they give him the zoomer cut, the zoomer scalp.
Crazy.
But then they give that a haircut.
Okay, yeah.
But then here's the final result. Here's the before, and then here's the after. He looks better.
Yeah.
But his original, it's like you're a sweaty postal worker phenotype. That's like an American staple.
Yeah, you should be sweating in the back of a Domino's or something too.
Yeah, with like a rag.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And you're all sweaty, and it's like, you should have just kept that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have hair.
We need those guys. So I vote not worth it for that one.
I agree, not worth it.
All right, next one, this old guy. Same thing. We're going to scroll through it. Here's his before. And he wants like a hipster cut, And he looks like an old man or like getting an older man. And then he turns into this 17-year-old.
People are trying to hang on for too long.
What is going on here?
That wasn't a toupee, though. That was just what? Was it a toupee? They even put anything on or just stylish shit?
I think it was just a hair transformation.
Okay.
So it all falls in the same category. Right. You think he looks better with the transformation?
He kind of looked younger, but it's just taking the glasses off.
He looks a lot younger.
He looked a lot younger, but give it up.
And he's going like this.
Get that bread. All right.
So that one, maybe yes.
Okay.
That one's worth it because he looks younger.
You could convince me. But then I feel like it's one of those things where the undercover football player goes in and he's acting like an old man and he's got an outfit on. Like he's playing it up. He's like got his glasses on. He's like, yeah, I'm old. He fixed my hair. And then he gets the haircut and he takes the glasses off and he starts getting bread.
All right, that's a good point.
So, I don't know.
So I vote yes for that one. All right, here's our final one. This old man. He's an old man, and you're an old man, and that's what an old man looks like.
Yeah.
You're good. Mm-hmm. And then they add the hair and do their makeover. You're like a lesbian now.
Yeah, this is bad. LA Fire Chief shit. Yeah. No.
So I vote no for that one as well.
No go for
So only one gets a yes.
Okay.
All right, our final...
Any broader points there?
Nah, well, I don't do anything for my hair. And if I start going bald, I'm just going to buzz it more.
Yeah.
I don't care. I am what I am. I look like what I look like. I have other things to worry about than my hair. I was never getting what I needed in life because of my hair. It's not like a staple for me.
I have hair that I maintain, but I've been running the same haircut since I was 22. So I'm just going to run that off into the sunset forever. Until it goes away.
I'm a run it into the ground guy.
Me too.
So, if my hair starts looking great. If it starts falling out, it's gone.
I will not be getting a Zoomer cut of any kind.
Me neither. All right, this is the final clip of the final page of housekeeping. This I just thought was, inspirational. It's a good piece of advice.
Overcome procrastination. It's not the thief of time, it's the thief of life. And the way that you overcome procrastination is by using affirmations. And the most powerful affirmation of all is do it now. Do it now. W. Clement Stone built a $1 billion fortune by rehearsing and then getting everybody in his company to say 50 times every morning, do it now. 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 Drive that, impress that into your mind. When I first learned this simple technique, I used to find myself procrastinating just like we all do. But the more I repeated this, do it now, 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 do it now. The more you repeat it, the more you find that eventually it works automatically. And it has a tendency to drive you to start a task when your natural tendency is to put it off or procrastinate.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I, the other day, was kind of just like at night, it was like 6 o'clock at night. And I was kind of just hanging out, like watching a show or something. And I had some stuff to do. And I was like, whatever. And then I tried it. And I just kept saying, do it now. Do it now. I sound like someone from Urban Decay. Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now. I ain't going to tell you again.
And then I just started doing stuff. I watered my plants. I worked out. I went in the sauna. I cleaned my car. I replaced a light bulb in my other car. I started doing it now.
Okay.
And then I did one thing. And then I did 10 things. Mm-hmm. All because I started to do it now. And when I was in high school, I used to argue with my mom about this because she would always say, do it now. And I go, what does it matter if I throw out the trash now or later or clean up my room now or later? And she would just say, do it now, do it now. And when her and I would argue about it, and now I look back and she was right.
Yeah, of course she was. Of course she was.
And that was a good lesson to teach a kid because any kid can give you a reason why it's not that important to pick up my clothes off the floor right now. I go, yeah, I guess it's not. But if you do it now, you get that instilled, and then do it now, perpetuates and goes parabolic.
Okay.
So that's a good little tip. So if you guys are procrastinating, do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. All right. Well, that's the end of housekeeping. We're now moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right. Our first clip of Cringe of the Week. This guy is dressing as some sort of woman doll freak.
When I dress up and I put this mask on and the wig and, look very nice, it's like a beautiful woman walking down the street.
I just can't believe that that's a 70-year-old man in the mirror. And that's why I do this. If I saw a 70-year-old man in the mirror, I'd quit this tomorrow.
After years in solitude, Robert has decided to appear in public as Sherry at a gathering of fellow maskers in Minneapolis.
I don't have any friends that mask where I live, so I just came to see what kind of people do mask and wear rubber and are rubber dolls. And what kind of people?
Hey, at least we're not speaking German, brother.
Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say. I'm a little worried. He's swimming in the rubber suit mask. This seems like a drowning scenario. Drowning risk.
Waterboard yourself.
Yeah.
But she looks good. Good body.
You're better than I expected for a 70-year-old guy.
And we've talked about this before. This is one of those things that before internet communities, this guy would just be a freak in his house and he'd do this in the middle of the night and no one would know. And maybe he has like one Buffalo Bill style hostage in the basement.
It's all in a box in his basement. He takes it out exceedingly rare. He's trying to keep it from his wife completely. But now there's some forum on Reddit.
Now there's a whole community and they're all meeting up in Minneapolis. And that's why he said, I've never knew anyone else who masks like this. That's how it should be.
I know.
But because of online and because of woke,
because of Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi,
this guy's got a whole community of freaks.
I know.
And they encourage each other.
Yeah.
And you know what it eventually will lead to, unfortunately.
Murder Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Murder Suey was someone unsuspecting.
A murder Suey.
But yeah, it's fucked up. I don't even know what to say. Like, and then again, this is one of those origin stories. Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? What happened?
Something bad happened to this
He saw
guy.
his mother in the changing room when he was 5, or something crazy happened. Darker than that.
Mm-hmm.
She was killed right then. I don't know.
And he looks like a person from like a horror movie.
Yeah.
With the scary mask. Like
this is a movie called The Mask, and it's like a new thing.
Yeah, that would be a horror.
And it ain't Jim Carrey.
Next, we have some trans people at some sort of event at a park. And I read something I did not know about, and we're still kind of looking into this. But can you give that a read?
Yeah. One of the little non-binary boy girls, looks like a girl becoming a boy based on the height, has a cane. And then someone said it's because HRT gives them osteoporosis and literally rots the womb, requiring hysterectomy that leads to early onset menopause.
Crazy.
So HRT can give them osteoporosis.
Yeah.
Makes them weak, makes them Mr. Glass.
And then they have a cane. And they like having a cane because they like having something wrong with them, because then that gives them an excuse for why they're not like a normal participating person in society.
It gives them an excuse why they're taking a lot of government benefits every time they can, right?
I need this money, or I need these benefits, or I need this housing because I'm disabled.
Trans and disabled. That's a big combo for them.
And then you have people who are like actually disabled, who got like blown up in the war, and then they run a marathon.
Yeah.
So that's the key difference. They like the disability. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what we're dealing with. All right, next we have some Florida boomers who are protesting the removal of the rainbow LGBT sidewalks.
Save our sidewalk! Save our sidewalk! Keep us safe! Keep our sidewalk! Keep us safe! Keep our sidewalk! Keep our sidewalk!
Yeah. So what other instances do we ever paint the sidewalks? Like, they don't do it for Christmas. They don't do it for July 4th. They don't do it when the Bucks win the Super Bowl.
There's never been a history of painting the crosswalks, ever.
It's just because, like, some twinks like to sodomize each other, which is, like, the worst reason to paint a sidewalk.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys
it's
have
bottom 10. Bottom 10, at least.
These guys have horrible STD rates. Let's start painting the sidewalks about it.
Yeah, and so this is a thing that's happening. I think Ron DeSantis has basically been cracking down on municipalities and stuff, because these are all done at, like, the city level. Like, you have a gay city. I think we have some in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I saw a lot of the locals be like, what are we going to do? We have to do something. And then their side, the left, I mean, obviously this is old boomers doing it. Like, what the hell? You don't have anything better to do than protest against the gay sidewalks that only existed 2.5 years ago till now. But the entire side of this believes that a giant gay pride flag sidewalk is apolitical. That's just nothing. That's above politics. That's the baseline assumption. And whereas our side is like, hey, that's kind of weird. Like, we don't need to be like, one group doesn't need to be represented way more. We don't need to do any of this. I don't really want to talk to my kids about why the whole street's rainbow gay shit when they start asking questions. And that's just a weird gaslighting thing that like, oh, gay rights is like, that's a baseline part of everybody's right. It's like, no, it goes against a majority of religions in the world.
Pretty much all of them.
For some reason, it just became this ubiquitous thing a couple years back. Barack Obama won his first term without supporting gay marriage, being specifically against it when asked. And so I just don't see this thing. They really try to gaslight you after the fact, like, this is just being a decent human fucking being. You know, like those Redditor types will say stuff like that.
Trump's cracking down and making gay illegal. It's like this happened 4 years ago, and now we're stopping.
Yeah, it's actually a safety hazard, maybe. I don't know. Like, you're not getting your gay little school project anymore. That's it. And then the boomers gather. And
I also did some research. There's a boomer retirement home on either side of the street, so that's why they came out.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then the LGBT...
It's Florida, after all.
Yeah, it is. And the LGBTs in general are not happy. There is a Trans Day of Vengeance planned.
Yeah, we want more than visibility. Trans Day of Vengeance, stop trans genocide. Posted by the Trans Army.
That does not sound good.
Yeah.
And then this is following the shooting. This next guy is talking about the trans shooter from last week. And listen to what he says.
You know what? There's going to be a lot more of that coming up. You know, especially at these religious areas, you know, hey, we've had enough of your kind coming after public schools, right? It's about time, churches and Catholic schools and religious schools, it's about time they get their turn. That's what I think. I'm just going to sit back and watch people do it. And I'm going to fucking laugh. I'm laughing about yesterday. You guys want to laugh about us? We're going to laugh about you.
So he's pro-school shooting as long as it's against his political opponents.
What religion is this guy?
That is a pretty freaky take.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, when people get in trouble for saying something online, like if a teenager says the N-word in the Xbox live chat, oh, he's a teenager, cut him some slack. This guy's like 65 years old.
He still hasn't learned. He's 65 years old. Social media's been around for like 15 years at this point. And he's still up there doing dumb enough shit like this because that's how right he thinks he is.
Insane.
So total lost cause. And, you know, something will happen to him. Like, you know, some sort of karmic little justice will happen to this kind of guy.
That's kind of what happens. You don't really put statements like that out into the world without
it coming back to you.
Yeah. All right, let's get away from the LGBTs for a sec, and let's go to this next clip. This couple is outside of a Chris Brown concert, and then someone who's like a TikToker comes over and asks the wife something pretty interesting.
We're with Chris Brown's media team, and we're looking to bring some lovely women backstage. Are you guys a fan?
Yes.
Are you guys a fan of Chris Brown?
Yes.
Would you be okay with her going backstage with Chris Brown?
Yeah. If you said no, I'd leave you.
Yeah, I know. What?
Yeah, probably.
You actually?
Like you're lying, right? Like you're actually
Pardon?
around?
This was the 1 in a million show.
This was the 1 in a
Concert
million?
of a lifetime, yeah.
This is your concert of a lifetime?
Yes.
You're okay with that?
Of course.
How long y'all been
trust
together
her.
for? You trust her?
Yeah.
I've known her for
The
24
thing is that
years.
he trusts me when it comes to Chris Brown. It's a whole different story.
It's a whole different story. So you,
I already know that.
And he knows
I already
it.
know that.
Oh, so you give her up for Chris Brown, pretty much.
She'd have the hall pass, like the hall pass.
The hall pass? The entire pass for Chris Brown.
Why not? Why wouldn't she?
That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna get your details.
Okay. Get out.
Just kidding. Chris Brown isn't interested, but your marriage is a joke.
Yeah. We did find something out about you. I'm a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
And we actually just humiliated you.
And this is another reason why, as a man, you can't wear jerseys of other men because it's gay, and it tells your wife that there's other men that are better than you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
There's a certain age, a couple years after college, right after college, you kind of stop wearing jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
You hang them up. But yeah, this woman, it's also an interesting thing where you humiliate yourself, and they don't care that, these people don't care. It's just humiliating for us watchers. But there's a knowing what your net worth is, knowing what your sex appeal is. We're with Chris Brown's media team. We're coming to you, the 496th, or the 5,096th most attractive person at the concert. And the concert only has 6,000 people.
Yeah.
So you humiliate yourself, you do the crazy shit.
For the most obvious prank of all time.
It's not realistic.
And the guy has no respect for himself, which is why she doesn't respect him either, and blatantly says that she's down to cheat in front of him on camera.
Yeah.
That's as bad as it gets.
That's pure cringe, boys and girls.
But it does get a little worse in our next two clips. Well, first one's not that bad. We have a couple gay dancing clips here. This first is from Baylor. What am I looking at here?
I don't know who this group is. Stewards or something? Whatever they call it? Like little workers?
Yeah. So I'm hoping this is fraternity hazing.
Yeah, I hope they're being bullied.
I hope they're being hazed. That would be the best case scenario. Or maybe they're special needs. That would be fine.
Yeah, that would be
nice
great.
job, fellas.
That would bail them out completely.
But other than that, I don't know what's going on there and why you need people on the field doing that. And maybe I'm wrong and it's some sort of special needs group, and I apologize. I'll send you guys some shirts.
Good for you guys.
This next one, this is where it gets really interesting. These are some gay black twinks letting it all out in the field. Dad, did you see me on the field for the big game? Just kidding. There is no dad.
Yeah, I was going to say. And that wasn't even coordinated. They weren't doing anything together. It was just like, everybody go out there and flop around as best you can.
They spazzing.
Yeah, it's spaz out time. And they're all flopping, doing the splits and shit. Crazy. I mean, and then one guy's good at flips, but you're so gay that I hate you.
Yeah.
This guy does 6 backflips in a row at the beginning, maybe more.
It's impressive.
It's very impressive, but I hate you.
Yeah.
Because all your buddies are doing the gayest shit you could think of.
They doing the splits on it.
So there's a weird thing happening with football now.
It's up for grabs.
The band and football used to have this symbiotic relationship. Band kids were kind of the nerds, but they were tied to the same event.
Mm-hmm. And it was all surrounding the football players who are tough guys who are going to go beat the other team.
Yeah. And now they're letting gay black men flip and spin and do the splits and torque and shit. I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know what happened.
It's like football is now an equal opportunity venue for everyone to go spaz and do your thing.
Everyone gets their time. Everyone gets their little moment.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the end of Cringe of the Week. We're now moving on to Urban Decay. All right, our first clip of Urban Decay is Mayor Brandon Johnson of Chicago. He signed an order that says that the police are not going to cooperate with the feds or National Guard in Chicago.
I'm signing an executive order today that will launch the Protecting Chicago initiative. This is a project that builds on the months of preparation that we have done that has led up to this very moment. This order affirms that the Chicago Police Department will not collaborate with military personnel on police patrols or civil immigration enforcement. We will not have our police officers, who are working hard every single day to drive down crime, deputized to do traffic stops and checkpoints for the president.
So to protect Chicago, they're not going to cooperate with the feds or National Guard who are there trying to stop crime.
He's got a black sign language interpreter and a guy who's wearing a shirt that says "No one is illegal" right next to him. So,
And then we have some stats. At least 35 people shot, 5 fatally in shootings across Chicago so far this Labor Day weekend, and that was as of Sunday.
That doesn't include the Monday.
Where everyone's off.
End of summer bonanza for shootings. Get your last shootings in before summer stops.
So that's like a ironic 1-2 right there. We're not going to cooperate with Trump trying to stop crime as crime is so bad. And he signed an order and it's called Protecting Chicago Order or whatever.
Yeah, the words don't matter. The words don't matter anymore. It could be the Kill All Chicagoans bill. And it'll be like, finally, they do some real safety. It's gotten so backwards. So feds are still going to go in. The funny part is all these cities, the biggest cities in America, they all have huge federal buildings already. Like there's even a federal jail in downtown Chicago. I used to have a view of it from an apartment that I lived in Chicago. But these feds all have like strong footholds in all the cities that are resisting the federal influence now. And it's like, yeah, we got it right downtown, you know? So the National Guard comes out and it amplifies the amount of stuff that federal agents can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really need the cooperation. And we've shown you the blueprint. Washington, D.C. was a unique example because Metropolitan Police Department actually can roll up to Trump if he wants it to, because it is the nation's capital. But we'll see. I want to see how it works out in Chicago. Because
it would be great if they just worked it out. They got the National Guard there. They got the feds there. And then there's like no murders for a week or whatever. And then everyone who was using Brandon Johnson as their leader or like relying on him as their leader before that will go, that other plan kind of works a little better.
And you know what's interesting? You know how after COVID, there was all this pent-up demand, they call it. Pent-up demand to travel, to go to Disney World, to go on vacation. It was like people who had been inside for a long time and they go, I want to go out. Airbnbs blew up, you know, random vacation spots kind of blew up. There was all this pent up demand. And I think when you have police occupying like a bad part of the city, I think a lot of it, like, and maybe there will be some, but like murder doesn't really become pent up demand, you know, because a lot of it's impulsive and I'm angry at this minute. And you don't hype yourself up to kill someone again after the federal presence goes away. You know what I mean? So if you stop certain murders at a certain time, you really stopped a murder.
That's a good point.
Unless it's a true gang beef, this guy snitched and I have to do it for my gang. But those little angry ones, those like I'm bubbling up moments, it's like, shit, there's feds down the street though.
I'll get back to this next week.
They don't really circle back. There is no pent-up demand for some of those crimes. So I think that's an interesting piece that I thought of before we started filming.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Next, we have 2 quick stories here. One is just an example of bad bail, and then the other is just a euphemism.
Yeah, Brandon Levy, who killed a cop in St. Louis, let out of jail on a $5,000 bond. And here's his mugshot.
And there was more to the story. That murder took place 17 years ago.
Yeah, there were finally some witnesses, and he finally got arrested. But still,
kill a cop and you get $5,000 bond?
Killed an off-duty cop, and it's $5,000. He's out.
And then Shiloh Hendricks.
Shouldn't something be happening?
And then Shiloh Hendricks calls him an N-word and lock her up.
Yeah.
Next, we have a bad euphemism guy. Heartless stranger pushes girl 3 in broad daylight attack while walking with mom in New York City.
It's a 3-year-old.
Three-year-old.
You beat up a 3-year-old. You wouldn't push a 3-year-old.
Heartless stranger. You can't just say black repeat offender.
Yeah, which we all know it is.
We all know it is.
All right. Sorry, guys. I am back. I was on the phone. I missed all of Cringe, but I do need to rewind to Urban Decay. I love my Urban Decay. You know what I'm saying?
What happened?
It's like football is now an equal opportunity venue for everyone to go spaz and do your thing.
Everyone gets their time. Everyone gets their little moment.
It's pretty crazy.
I got to check it out.
All right, well, that's the end of Cringe of the Week. We're now moving on to Urban Decay. All right, our first clip of Urban Decay is Mayor Brandon Johnson of Chicago. He signed an order that says that the police are not going to cooperate with the feds or National Guard in Chicago.
I'm signing.
So sorry I missed that, guys. I was on the phone. Hello to, I think Boot was in here. His Royal Highness Lord Mimsy. Good to see you. Yeah, we got some big shows. We got some receipts to show. Izzy apparently was committed and has just recently left an insane asylum type thing or whatever, or she was on a psych eval or a medicals. I don't know, whatever it was, but she was nutso apparently. So yeah, she's doing what she's doing, and we're gonna be discussing that, and talking about some of that paperwork and some more bad decisions, especially women out there that don't seem to have men that can keep them in check, running amok all over the internet, running their little cock holsters. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, we'll have those. You know, we'll have those receipts here before too long. Couldn't happen to a better degenerate sub 70 IQ POS, in my opinion. Could not have happened to a better. All right, yeah, this ain't gonna work out. Dang it.
I need an executive order today that will launch the Protecting Chicago initiative. This is a project that builds on the months of preparation that we have done. This
guy's a piece of shit.
That we've done that has led up to this very moment. This order affirms that the Chicago Police Department will not collaborate with military personnel on police patrols or civil immigration enforcement. We will not have our police officers, who are working hard every single day to drive down crime, deputized to do traffic stops and checkpoints for the president.
What are you guys talking about with makeup and yuck and disgusting? What are we talking about here? What am I missing? Guys, what's the TLDR? You got to fill me in. What did ND14 have to say here? NASCAR? Drewski? I'm brainless. Wait, what? ND14. Did you check out the matter I told you about MC? Oh, okay. Never mind.
So to protect Chicago, they're not going to cooperate with the feds or National Guard, who are there trying to stop crime.
Yeah.
He's got a black sign language interpreter and a guy who's wearing a shirt that says "No one is illegal" right next to him. So,
and then we have some stats. At least 35 people shot, 5 fatally in shootings across Chicago so far this Labor Day weekend, and that was as of Sunday.
That doesn't include the Monday,
where everyone's off.
End of summer bonanza for shootings. Get your last shootings in before summer stops.
So that's like a ironic 1-2 right there. We're not going to cooperate with Trump trying to stop crime, as crime is so bad, and he's signed an order, and it's called Protecting Chicago Order or whatever.
Yeah, the words don't matter. The words don't matter anymore. It could be the Kill All Chicagoans bill, and it'll be like, finally, they do some real safety. It's gotten so backwards. So feds are still going to go in. The funny part is all these cities, the biggest cities in America, they all have huge federal buildings already. Like there's even a federal jail in downtown Chicago. I used to have a view of it from an apartment that I lived in Chicago. But these feds all have like strong footholds in all the cities that are resisting the federal influence now. And it's like, yeah, we got it right downtown, you know? So the National Guard comes out and it amplifies the amount of stuff that federal agents can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really need the cooperation. And we've shown you the blueprint. Washington, D.C. was a unique example because Metropolitan Police Department actually...
Wait, what? And he said we went to a NASCAR race disguised as a white person. Jesus. Wait, who did? Who went to a NASCAR? Who? Drewski? Who the hell is Drewski? His actions was disgusting. His makeup and outfit was good, though. What's up, Boot? Hey, Boot, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news that that Izzy Imig was actually committed? That she was in a mental institute for a little bit? She might have just recently just gotten out, if I read the paperwork correctly. Who's Drewski? A black comedian? You guys, I gotta check it out. I'll have to check it out here after this. Remind me to check it out. Yeah, yay Izzy. Haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, apparently she's her husband filed for divorce. It's all public record and stuff. Yeah. I begged her. I said, "Hey, listen, you don't want the smoke?" And she said, "No, I want all the smoke." And I said, "All right." Then I proceeded to do absolutely nothing to the lady. She did it to herself. He did whiteface. I got to check it out.
Can roll up to Trump if he wants it to, because it is the nation's capital. But we'll see. I want to see how it works out in Chicago.
It would be great if they just worked it out. They got the National Guard there, they got the feds there, and then there's like no murders for a week or whatever, and then everyone who was using Brandon Johnson as their leader or like relying on him as their leader before that will go, that other plan kind of works a little better.
And you know what's interesting? You know how after COVID, there was all this pent-up demand, they call it, pent-up demand to travel, to go to Disney World, to go on vacation. It was like people who had been inside for a long time, and they go, I want to go out. Airbnbs blew up, random vacation spots kind of blew up. There was all this pent-up demand. And I think when you have police occupying like a bad part of the city, I think a lot of it, like, and maybe there will be some, but like murder doesn't really become pent-up demand, because a lot of it's impulsive and I'm angry at this minute. And you don't hype yourself up to kill someone again after the federal presence goes away. You know what I mean? So if you stop certain murders at a certain time, you really stopped a murder.
That's a good point.
Unless it's a true gang beef, this guy snitched and I have to do it for my gang. But those little angry ones, those like I'm bubbling up moments, it's like, shit, there's feds down the street though.
I'll get back to this next week.
They don't really circle back. There is no pent-up demand for some of those crimes. So I think that's an interesting piece that I thought of before we started filming.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Next, we have two quick stories here. One is just an example of bad bail, and then the other is just a euphemism.
Yeah, Brandon Levy, who killed a cop in St. Louis, let out of jail on a $5,000 bond. And here's his mugshot.
And there was more to the story. That murder took place 17 years ago.
Yeah, there were finally some witnesses, and he finally got arrested, but still.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing, Giggles, man. If that were a white person doing blackface, I mean, certain percent of the population would think it'd be hilarious. But, oh, man, people would lose their minds, chat. Oh, they would lose their minds. The guy would be canceled, like, so quick. So fast. Really, really bad.
Kill a cop and you get $5,000 bond?
Killed an off-duty cop, and it's $5,000, he's out.
And then Shiloh Hendricks...
Shouldn't something be happening?
And then Shiloh Hendricks calls him an N-word and lock her up.
Yeah.
Next, we have a bad euphemism guy. Heartless stranger pushes girl 3 in broad daylight attack while walking with mom in New York City.
It's a 3-year-old.
You
beat up a 3-year-old. You wouldn't push a 3-year-old.
Heartless stranger. You can't just say black repeat offender.
Yeah, which we all know it is.
We all know it is. I don't even know the history. I guarantee
he was spitting at black people. That's kind of fucked up.
He's got a rap sheet.
Yeah.
All right.
When the maniac blindsided the little girl. Yeah. It's just some black guy.
Who should have been in jail 20 felonies ago.
Yeah.
All right. Our next clip is a fight at Walmart. Things get off the chain.
Walmart. Here we go. This is Walmart.
Oh, Lord help me. Lord help me. It's Jonathan, you don't have to apologize to me, man. Listen, man, I crack jokes. I make funny statements. The last thing I'm not a big tone policer. You know what I mean? I don't like it when people try to tone police me and stuff like that. You don't have to apologize to me. Hell, for all I know, you were just making a joke, but I don't like people trying to I don't know, blackmail me or try to guilt trip me into something, or I don't like that crap, dude. I don't like that. I don't like guilt tripping, and I'm just not a fan of it, man. Maybe I went a little too aggressive or whatever, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, man. You don't owe me an apology. You're free to say what you want to say, but I just don't like people that, run around, try to moralize and, try to make you feel bad about, just saying stuff. No ill intent. No problem. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, it's like, look, when people claim to be smart and then they do dumb shit, that's where I mean it in an insulting way. If somebody is just really struggling and, that they might not be the sharpest marble in the bag intellectually in this area, they're probably really smart in things that I'm stupid at. You know, there are things that I'm really good at. Like mechanics isn't really one of them. Like being a mechanic, I don't know much about mechanics. So to a mechanic, I would seem illiterate. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, doing things in the kitchen, you know, I'm pretty good at things in the kitchen. And to a person that's not versed in things in the kitchen, I might look like I'm really good at doing things in the kitchen, right? Like cooking and stuff. So we all have our gifts, man. But I just don't like it when somebody tries to take my nose and rub it in a pile of shit on the floor. Yeah, people can fuck off with that stuff. Like I told frickin' Nero not too long ago. You know, this is the thing that pisses me off about, you know, even people that support the show and give me money. A lot of times they think because they give me money or they try to help me out with the show, then that means they get to control my show somehow, right? I've never given anyone permission to have control of my voice just because you donate money. You don't get this. You don't get to tell me shit about my show, right? But what I don't like is when people try to tell you how to run your fucking show, and meanwhile they don't have their own show. When you get your own show and you can start showing me how I need to successfully model my show, but if you're just going to sit behind the scenes, you know, there's this old saying: those who can do. Those who could do but can no longer do it physically, teach. And those who can do neither, criticize. I don't like people that just sit around fucking criticizing. You know, show me by example. Right? Yeah, no, I'm not for sale at all, Dove. I'm not even remotely for sale. Why don't you show me, lead by example. Stop fucking shitting on me. Like, for instance, I went AFK and I was showing one of my videos when I was preparing my tomatoes. Well, some people don't know how to cut tomatoes, or maybe they want to see how I cut the tomatoes. Maybe they want to see, maybe they're there to watch me do some cutting. Maybe, you know, cutting the tomatoes. Maybe they're there to listen to some of the music. Maybe they're there because they like the colors and the music combined. Maybe they're there for this, that, and the other thing. But I came back from taking care of a couple things that I had to do by showing you guys one of my cooking videos. And I came back and he's like, well, I would have done some jump things and cut that down from this long to that long because I would have tuned out by now. Well, fucking tune out, motherfucker. Fucking tune out, bro. You got my fucking email or whatever. We were friends on frickin' Discord. You unfriended me and blocked me last time you fucking acted like a retard, you know? But you like to come onto my show and you like to tell me how to fucking run my show. And granted, you're really good with OBS. And granted, you really did help out the show with OBS quite a bit. You really did. But stop fucking sitting there and fucking criticizing every little choice that I make. You know, there's a reason why, right? There's a reason. And look, there's another guy who can't get out of my orbit. There's a reason why, right? You're not doing a show. And there's a reason why you're not doing a show is because there's something you lack. Right? You lack the ability to get in front of the camera. You lack the ability to carry on a conversation. You lack the ability to this, that, and the other thing. Well, what I don't like is I don't like the fact that I got a bunch of fucking males out there that for some weird reason feel as though they need to be in competition with me. Right? Feel as though they need to somehow be in competition with me. I didn't realize that we were meant to be in competition with each other. I didn't know that. I mean, if I would have known when I was 18 that when I was 56 years old on the face of this planet, there'd be a bunch of fucking incel gamma orbiters running around saying, well, I did more in my Army career, and I did this, and I had more jumps, and I had this, and I did that. If I'd have known all that, maybe I would have tried a little bit harder to impress you. But being that I don't have a crystal ball and knew that I was going to be when I was 56 years old, I'd be on the internet listening to a bunch of fucking retards try to tell me how they're better than I am when I didn't realize I was supposed to be in competition with them somehow. Okay, fine. You're better than me. You win. Congratulations. Now, why do you still keep coming back telling me how you're better than me? Why do you keep coming back telling me how you would do something different? Then go do the different thing. Right? Then go do the different thing. I did not realize I was going to be in competition with a bunch of fucking low rent males that apparently got daddy issues. I don't even freaking know. What's up, Kfar? So my issue here is this. Listen, I don't mind some healthy criticism here and there, but if you got my information and you got the ability to reach out to me more privately, right? Like I had to apologize to Boot the other day when I basically tried to ask him to not. I mean, he was on the panel. I could have asked him in private chat, hey, can we cut down on the F-bombs? I mean, if anyone's going to tank my channel, I'd rather it be me, right? Then I wouldn't have anyone to blame. But, you know, I mean, you don't have to do everything out in the open. But when all you got to do is sit around and criticize somebody that you claim to support, it's like, for instance, Nero, right? When I started playing Schedule 1, right? And I was like, oh, this game is so much fun. You should get it. We can play together. He started moralizing. He's like, no, that my Christian beliefs and selling drugs, that wouldn't be appropriate. Do you know what Nero actually was doing? Nero actually bought the game, figured out how to master the game. This is how weird and creepily competitive people are. He figured out how to get really good at the game. Probably, I don't know, did a masterclass video research on how to cut all the corners in order to get to be as efficient as possible to get to the end game as fast as possible. Now, there are sweaty people like that out there on the internet that where it's just about winning. They have to win no matter what. So after telling me that he wasn't interested in Schedule 1 because, I don't know, selling drugs and being a Christian didn't really seem to go hand in hand, he secretly bought the game, played it enough to basically get really good at it, and then sent me a message saying it would be funny if we started a new game together and we could do it together. So you all watched me having fun picking up trash for hours and hours and hours and maybe selling a couple bags of weed here and there, right? But I to me it was a trash pickup simulator. I was loving it. I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. Kind of scratched an itch. But meanwhile, you know, Nero's out. He's got all the money. He's not depositing any of the money so that I can go buy resupplies and stuff. I got to keep asking him, hey, can you deposit the money so I can, you know? And then he gets all offended because he's trying to do like this hardcore, like next level freaking win the game and, you know, do this most efficient build and do, you know, like, you know, min max and all this other shit like an absolute try hard sweat, right? Right? So it takes all the fun out of it, right? Because now you're trying to be in competition with me, and now you want to show everybody on the channel that I suck at a game that you were shitting on like 2 weeks ago, and then secretly bought and then mastered, and then knew everything to do, and immediately wanted to go at some kind of like expert arc with it, some min-max arc with it, and so it wasn't any fun, dude. Part of the fun is interacting. Part of the fun is taking your time, right? You know what I'm saying? Like part of the fun is just enjoying the journey. Not why do you have to get to the destination like you're on a Star Trek teleporter? So it became a problem, right? It became a problem because the guy was in competition with me and I didn't know it was a competition. It became a problem because he had an agenda that he knew about. And it was like, once again, I'm getting dragged along, not being able to have fun and experience the game at the pace that I want to experience the game at. Right? So, I don't know. It gets a little unfun and a little annoying, and it sucks the fun out of it for me. So, I play games to have fun. Sometimes it's not so much fun, but dang, religion and selling drugs don't go hand in hand. Lol, I don't tell my GTA 5 meth land for that weed farm. Yeah, I'm going to probably get GTA 6 here before too long once it comes out. I haven't played any of the GTAs yet, but the point I'm trying to make is this, right? I didn't realize that there were so many little absolute gamma orbiters. I mean, probably half the people on this channel right now are trying to clip farm me because they literally have no content of their own. None. Like zero content of their own. None. I'm their content. I'm their content. Cool. Keep saying my name, idiots. I mean, my sub counts are going up and yours are barely moving. Okay. And buy some merch from the KDZ merch store. Get your generally specific merch. So the point I'm trying to make, Jonathan P, is look, there are things that I'm not smart at all, right? Right? There are things that I'm not smart at all, and I'm one of the first people to admit it. When I don't know something about mechanical stuff, plumbing, stuff like that, like Killa comes around, I'm like, damn, dude, it's impressive to see what you know about this. And I imagine if somebody came over for dinner and watched me working in my kitchen, they'd be like, damn, dude, you make this look easy, bro. Holy crap, how'd you make that food taste like that? That's freaking impressive. And I'd be like, yeah, thank you. Well, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of expertise. There are a great many things I'll never be good at. Maybe because I just don't have an interest in it, or maybe I just don't have the proclivity to be good at that, or the skill set. We all have our skills. So when Jonathan P gets offended by the fact that I don't have a lot of tolerance for low IQ people that sit there and boast and act like they're the smartest people in the room, I don't have freaking tolerance for people like that. And I'm going to shit on them for being sub 70 IQ. But this is my channel. I listen, if you're just another person that wants to be offended, then you're going to be offended. Nobody needs me in the equation. I'm sure that I happen to be the excuse for the day for the reason why you're offended. Now, if I'm purposing in my heart to offend you directly, maybe you have a dog in the fight, right? Maybe you have a grievance there. But then you'd have to look back and you'd have to say, well, what did I do to deserve that ire? What did I do? What did I say? What did I do? How did I act towards this person for them to be tearing into me? But there's some of you out there that are just pieces of shit. Some pizza girl, right from the get-go, could not fucking stand that lady. Could not stand her, could not stand her, could not stand her. Something about her just rubbed me the wrong way. And I called her out on it. Izzy was another person. I'm like, I don't know much about you, lady, but please stop going after me. I don't want to go to war with a lady like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm clapping cheeks and popping cherries out there on the internet. Some people just aren't built to be on the internet. And I have this uncanny knack to see through people's bullshit. That's why most of these these regurgitards hate me. That's why most of them hate me, is because I can see right through their bullshit while they lie to everyone else. I hate liars. And I hate lying. I'm not a fan of it. That's why I'm either going to try to have to shut up and not say what's on my mind, or you're going to hear the truth. And likely I'm not going to cushion you. Mm-hmm.
Walmart, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Wait, what are you talking about? Crap about our Kentucky Walmarts there? Isn't Chris always like picking on Walmart people? I'm sorry, Kentucky people.
There's a letter between M and O.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really interesting. There's like a baby on the one lady's hip, and she actually hands her the baby off to someone else. And I was thinking like, oh, maybe you're taking the high road and like protecting the child. But then the lady with the baby starts throwing stuff into the fight.
Yeah, the baby doesn't actually keep people out. Yeah. That's the interesting part. And this is just an average fight brawl in Walmart.
Yeah, I might have to. I mean, if you guys are okay with it, I might have to go ahead and remod you guys. 1 second. So that way you guys can share it. But no, I'll leave it like this. This is fine here. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, you guys won't be able to block people. I don't know if you're blocking people or not. I'm just letting you know. But there you go. Who else is well, Dove's here. Dove I don't know if Dove has the link or not. I don't know if Dove has a link or not. Who else did I mod too? I know Killa was a mod, wasn't he? There's Kfar, Just Cause, Boot. Well, I guess it is good to have another person that can kind of, because I know Dove's got some stuff going on. Rats can definitely be a mod. Let's see. But I don't know. Rats doesn't like us anymore. She hardly shows up. You guys notice that? Everyone should shame Rats for being so far away, so far away, so far away. Dude, what, buddy? Oh, man, you are so whiny. I fed you. All right, here we go. Well, now you can link it. So, oh, there she is. Yeah. Why are you antisocial, Rats? Everyone shame Rats.
Against an employee. So why is this an Urban Decay? I kind of thought about this, and this woman's in an all-out brawl where they can't even break it up. And, you know, people get banned from stores for life, you know? You're banned for life. You're banned for a year or whatever. And the black community is always complaining about food deserts and things like that, or there's no grocery stores around me. And this is probably in the bad area of Indianapolis, the hood area. And, like, you're risking getting banned from the one place where you can get everything on EBT from.
Yeah, if you get banned from the Walmart that takes your EBT,
that might be devastating.
Now you're traveling 10 miles.
I know, and you don't have a car. You ain't got nothing.
How dare you, Dove?
I don't know. That's kind of
it's a mutiny.
Thinking about in that. Like,
that's pretty good.
You don't want to upset the Walmart. Also, Walmart, it's basically its own town. A lot of Walmarts have like a cop there stationed because they get so many calls.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So you're risking it in front of the cop. You're risking the arrest and the ban from the one store where you get all your shit.
What could have happened? What could the worker at Walmart have said or done?
I think there was beef that she brought into the store.
Yeah.
I think there was some previous hood rat beef that she brought in. Because some of the things she was yelling, where is he? Where is he? Some shit like that. Maybe might have been over on Man.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, you brought it to work.
He's not at the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he? He's got to be here somewhere. You're
And to
here.
cup the
You guys
no.
are all hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at work. All right, our next story, a Georgia State player snatches an Ole Miss player's chain in the pregame.
A little drama pregame. Ole Miss was entering its locker room, and Tyler Scott, defensive back for Georgia State, decided to snatch somebody's chain. And not only that, but he decided to do it for Xavier Harris. Law enforcement got involved. Del McGee, their head coach, was not at all happy. See the chain in his hand, decides to toss it into the stands. Even if his teammates are like, dude, what are we doing here? We haven't seen Tyler Scott.
That's some real N-word behavior right there, huh? That's some bike thief, jogger type style behavior right there. That's some like low impulse control, kind of like baby's kids behavior right there.
In the game, the Auburn transfer.
Snatch a chain, also known as grand larceny.
What is?
Yeah.
Wait, what is going on here? What is? Oh my God! What? Why is everyone turning on me? What did I do?
These urban individuals, they come up with a name for something and then they think it makes it something else. Like, oh, I wasn't stealing. I just snatched his chain. It's like, that was $1,500. That's stealing.
That's a felony.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't doing check fraud. I was doing the Chase Money glitch. That's check fraud. So they come up with a new name and then they think it's like all good. And apparently this guy stole his towel or something. There was an escalation, so it's not like totally out of the blue. But then sitting there in the game and you can't even... He transferred from Auburn, so I assume he was a good player. Auburn to Georgia State is a step down. Doesn't get to play because he's fucking around pregame. Some of these people are just doomed. And then it makes you wonder, well, why do you leave Auburn? Probably because he had a low impulse control, borderline retards. He can run fast.
Yeah, fighting in the locker room type shit.
Yeah, but the big theme is they rebrand something and then they think it's a new thing that isn't a crime. Police are going to get involved. Yeah. So
just because you call it something else doesn't mean it's not against the law.
They launder it through verbiage. I don't know.
Chase Money glitch.
Just the Chase Money glitch.
Is that illegal?
Sir, you owe me $40,000. Yeah. I know you think that was a glitch, but what you did was heinously illegal.
All right, our next clip is more stealing. This woman goes around her neighborhood and just steals everyone's flowers.
Is this what it's come to? People are stealing each other's plants. This is in Ajax, Ontario. And no, this woman didn't just steal this person's plants. They literally walked around all of the neighborhood to steal all of the planters. Like, there's no shame. Like, I don't understand this. This is not.
She blat. Oh, what if angry fat black women ruined this week? Oh, clip that, Gregory, you retard.
Even a necessity.
Make sure you clip that part too, retard.
Is she a botanist?
This is not, yeah, she's doing experiments. She's going to try to mix red and green flowers, make purple.
How else is she supposed to get nice flow arrangements? Spend her own money?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then, this is one of the things. He says this isn't even necessary or whatever, the guy commenting at the end. It's like, yeah, they like to steal. Some of them just like to steal.
That's a good point.
They're long-term criminals, and they just like it.
And a lot of times when discussing, like, the decay of a neighborhood, people will say, oh, it's the broken window theory. If you have a broken window, then the whole neighborhood goes downhill because it's a sign they don't take care of it, and then people stop taking care of it.
Yeah.
This is like the one N-word theory.
Yeah.
Or if you're in a neighborhood and there's one N-word around, it's like some bad shit's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
You can't have nice things.
You could argue that for sure. I wouldn't say that too loud and on public transportation or something. But the whole point is, yeah, like, you could have one house decaying in a neighborhood, right? And it's like, that's he's bringing the property value down. He leaves that broken down pickup truck out parked on his lawn. Shit. But actively ruining the other houses is like a next level insane. Like, you're taking the decoration off other houses.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, that's the eyesore of the neighborhood. If a new person came in and got in and redeveloped that'd be great. But it's like actively taking everyone else down.
Yeah, if you're trying to improve your house a little by little, oh, I put a gnome in front of the house. I just got a gnome.
The bird bath. My bouquet of flowers in the bird bath. Everything's going great for me.
It just puts a ceiling on what you can do.
It's now in a thief hoarder's backyard. Congratulations.
Yeah. And it don't even look nice. All right, our last two clips of urban decay. We mentioned this in the intro, the EBT extra benefits. I did not realize they were getting all this extra stuff.
Did you know that if you have EBT that you can get high-speed Wi-Fi from Xfinity for $15 a month?
What?
It's pretty fucked up because I pay over $100 a month for mine. They get half off of Amazon Prime. Why? Because having your things delivered to you within 2 days is essential. It's a survival need. Don't think so. Walmart delivery, Target Circle, Shipped, DoorDash, they all offer discounts for EBT.
Wow.
That to me is wild.
So it's kind of like subsidizing fucking losers, right? Like, like the EBT Americans over on the Union EBT Americans. Is that true? I wonder if that some guy, Westside Accountability, that dude, Westside Accountability gets a EBT discount on DoorDash and shit. Man, we was just joyriding and shit. Oh, shit.
So you can go and be lazy and spend your money on having whatever crap delivered to your door. That to me is a luxury. That's a luxury. Most museums, aquariums, and zoos are anywhere between $1 to $3 to enter. Again, these are luxury things.
I'm looking at it like if you're on EBT, the last thing you should have is a bunch of fucking free time to go to museums and zoos and, just fart around and bring your like 13 kids from 5 different fathers, I mean, shouldn't you be like spending as much time as possible trying to get a job? I don't know. It seems to me.
Take my kid to the museum every day because she needs to be entertained. These are special treats. We went on her birthday. We'll go for special occasions. Why do you deserve to go for $2 and I have to pay $25?
That's pretty interesting. Yeah. It's almost like the EBT they're like keeping them on EBT more, where you have cheaper Amazon Primes. Now you don't have to go to the store and buy it yourself. It comes for cheaper. And you have all these discounts and weird things, and that actually like reinforces the lazy mindset behind it.
And the need to be on EBT. The whole point is if EBT was a little hard or it wasn't as good, you'd be like, all right, I really need a new job. I'm really working hard because this doesn't give me a cozy life like I want. But if you get internet, museums, Amazon, DoorDash, I'm DoorDashing Wingstop and I'm using EBT. Like, that's like a pretty good life for some of these street people.
They're tucking them in. They're making it comfy.
Yeah, get tight, sleep tight. And I don't blame the corporations.
Oh, I get it.
If I'm Amazon, and I know the federal government, or it's all distributed at the state level, but I know there's just for the case of this example, there's $50 billion of EBT spend every year. Hell yeah, I want a piece of it. I'm motivated as a company to politic and get lobby and get it so that I'm accepted for EBT. I want to be. I don't blame the company. It's up to us as a society to stop this EBT madness. I don't blame Amazon. I don't blame DoorDash. That's a natural cause of events. It's up to us in the states to kind of crack down. EBT should not be comfy fun time. It should be raw ingredients like sustenance. No cakes, no Amazon, no museums.
No fun.
Read a book. Go to the library.
And there is some good news EBT-wise. This next clip demonstrates that. This lady has to do some stuff to get her EBT now.
Can someone please help me make sense of this? I've been receiving food stamps for the last 7 years, consistently. I just received a letter in the mail telling me that I now have to do community service hours, at least 15 hours a week. I have to take out of my time things that I do every day to do community service so that I can still continue to receive the benefits that I receive.
And it's like, oh, that's not worth it. Oh, I would just get a job.
Yeah.
And then you go, yeah.
That's the whole point. That's what we're trying to do. Go out there and swim, little lady.
If I do 15 hours a week, I'll just get a job. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly it. You got there.
That's the point, lady.
For 7 years. Wow, where did this 15 hours requirement come from?
Feels
I've been on
good.
EBT for 7 years, and I don't know what state this is. This is all state by state. But then all of a sudden, it's her time. It's our money, but it's her time. So I like to see a little comeuppance.
Me too.
And I like to, there's a meme, like, anyone can hate the rich. Do you have the courage to hate the poor? Some of them I do.
I have the courage.
A lot. I have a lot of courage.
I've had the courage.
I know.
All right, well, don't get too down or too depressed. We're moving on to Uplifting Gold, and we have some uplifting stuff.
All right.
All right, first clip of Uplifting Gold. I know it's the end of summer, but this is a little summer treat you could do. You pour melted ice cream into the M&Ms, you mix it up, you put sticks in, and at the end, you cut it in half, and you get these Dookie Pops.
You get the bleeding color piece of shit M&M schlop pile.
With a red dye 40. It makes you autistic.
So go ahead.
Enjoy.
Guys.
That's a little trick for you guys.
Yeah.
Next, this Asian security guard does a cool trick.
Is he farting?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
All right, uplifting.
You like farting like that?
No, I hate it.
You don't think it's funny?
No, and I think people who like fart jokes too much.
Oh, this is funny. So Katie Zed had a. She did a short, a short school board post. With the whole Izzy Imig. I said you can take the thief out of Iraq, but you can't take the Iraq out of the thief. Let's see all the replies. Let's see how many people spurg out. Somebody says, when you're from Iraq, it does. I don't know what that means. And then Ruby Wiggins says, that's so racist. Thieves come in all shapes, sizes, nationalities, religions, etc., etc. Thieves should be in jail. I said, I'm sure you will find a way to rally a protest and then burn down a poor American city in opposition to your claims of me being racist, And then Nicholas says, that makes no sense. It makes perfect sense, you retard. Another sub 70 IQ Iraqi. Holy shit, they make them really dumb over there.
Or if I hear somebody like fart jokes can be funny, but if I hear someone like laugh at like a really lowbrow fart joke, I kind of get like this disgusted look and I think less of them.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And I'm not that. You know me,
sure.
You know me long enough to know I'm not that.
Actually, I got some bad shit I could say about you, but I'm not gonna. All right? You know what you did. And it needs to stop.
Oh, yeah.
I could say it.
And you won't, and I appreciate that. And now I'll be on my best behavior.
Yep. Because I'll say it next week if it happens again.
No. Okay. Next, we have another Asian man up to something different. This guy made a cat town.
it's taken me 3 months to complete my new cat town. We've worked hard to create a complete urban environment for the cats.
Wait, Me Danglaus is McDonald's over there?
Yeah.
Me
Danglaus?
You didn't know that?
No, it's pretty good.
So they can see the human world built on their scale.
This is like AI English, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Subway video, it went viral in China and around the world.
You go viral in China.
Details of how it was built. A lot of comments still thought it was made by AI. In the
All the
future,
way down, dude.
I'll definitely show you more of the construction process so people can see that we are not faking it.
That's cool.
I like how the internet, there's the dark side of the internet where the kids are retarded and they have no attention span and books need to be in TikTok form now.
You hear that, Gregory? There's a place on the internet for you.
But then the other part of the internet is like this guy has a YouTube channel and then that allows him to build the cat town,
Yeah.
So there's a guy who destroys cars and then the YouTube channel allows him to destroy more. Everyone has their little, it's a force multiplier, if you will.
It's like it's a perpetual YouTube machine.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get people liking it, then you do more, and then you do more, and people like it, and then you do more.
Absolutely.
Cat Town?
Yeah, what about it?
It's okay.
Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't do it.
They don't even know.
Yeah, they don't know.
It's for the people.
It's for the people. It's for YouTube views.
And also to go back, I know it's like so early in the episode to go back to it. If they put world history in TikTok reel form, it's not good. We don't want to be at the point where that's what we're doing, but that might be what we have to do. And if we did it, I think it would work.
It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
It's like create a curriculum that's like 60-second videos. Something there. I don't like it, but there's something there. All right, next, this woman has an elk friend.
Rachel.
And she's kind of safe, too, because the horns, she's like, he can't go in the door, He can't come in the door and hurt you.
Yeah. He knows his own limitations.
If she went, wah, he would never come back. No. Takes one dog or something to scare the thing, and he never comes back.
He likes potatoes. He likes it. I think there is an animal that comes. Let's fast forward. Yeah, cat there. And he's okay with it.
Yeah.
Got the potato in front of the cat.
Good. Yeah. You're friends with the elk like that.
Yeah.
I had a friend in LA who had a deer, and he would feed them apples. And then the deer had a baby, and then he would feed them apples. And then the baby had a baby, and then the mom died, and then the baby had a baby.
Are you guys talking about that tard named Wyatt? Speaking of our tards on the internet, what are you doing, buddy? Troublemaker. Go lay down. You guys talking about Quiet Wyatt? Bang your head. Mental health will drive you mad.
Maybe whatever. And he had like 4 generations across like 3 years.
That's nice.
Where they were feeding him apples.
Of course, that's great.
That's kind of cool.
Your eye, buddy.
Then they get the zombie thing and
hair in your eye.
All of a sudden, it's not
Go lay down.
Yeah,
Ugh, your
touching him.
nose is wet.
All right, our next clip, we'll scrim through it, but it's a kid on the monorail at an amusement park.
EBT Wyatt,
And
yeah.
he's like in a precarious situation. And then eventually some guy goes up there and saves him.
Yeah. This is like a Pixar movie thing. This is like what happened. This is Mr. Magoo level shit. You're on the monorail, yeah. This type of thing doesn't happen every
Where's
day.
the bathroom?
Yeah. That's good.
And they saved him.
Yeah, good for them.
That's nice. All right, our last clip of the whole show, our Pure Americana clip of the week. We got some kids attaching the trailer to the truck.
I could like see half of the bullhead, so like I could help it. Yeah.
Let it down.
Yeah.
Let it down. That's good. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Kids driving a truck, working with their hands, doing stuff.
Yeah.
Having responsibility.
Little white kids can do that early.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like real early. Little black kids can snatch that chain, toss it into the stands, because that's how they see. That's how they parent do it. Not parents, parent.
Pretty impressive. All right, another Fluckus Talks in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Like we said. What time is it? Shit, it's 5:30. I don't know what you all are doing. Why are you hanging out here? Are you trying to get clips so you can try to get me canceled off the internet? Get a fucking life, you fucking losers. What are you still doing here? Not you. Not you. But the losers. Get a fucking life. Get some content of your own. Be original. Be compelling. Say something that people actually want to freaking respond to. IB's good. Yeah, exactly. So listen, man. I'll see you tonight, 9 o'clock. Or not. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Take care.